Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. There's quite a bit to get to today in the world of sports, especially for Nebraska football. Yeah. A lot to get
Is Bombeck coming in to talk to us?
No, he's not. It's not Friday, and he was here last week, so we'll talk to him.
He's not the director of Nebraska.
He is not. He might feel like he is, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
Can we welcome back Jake, please?
Oh, I'm telling you what. It was so much. I've never been so excited for a friend. He had the best weekend ever.
I did.
He gets to see a buzzer beater.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to see
Jimmy Buckets.
That was cool. I would say that was really cool.
Yeah. Jake's text with my favorite part was he goes, I must have high-fived 15 people.
I think it might have been 20, 25.
Just everyone around you or just on the way out, on the way out of the arena?
Around me down? For sure. And then on the way out, it was high-fiving.
So if you just
people.
saw someone, you just went high-five.
Oh, yeah. I was that guy.
High-five.
Happy guy.
Yeah.
He's that guy. I love that.
Dolphins game, probably 800 people I high-five, it felt like. The whole stadium. Oh, just high-five everybody. Everybody on the way in, the way out, on the way
into the
stadium.
Jake,
poor Elizabeth. I mean, not poor Elizabeth.
Like, God, what am I doing?
Poor Elizabeth.
She just covers her face. Why am I even
here right now? I don't want to say poor Elizabeth. She knows what you're all about.
She knows what's happening there. Yeah, she understood.
She doesn't have to high-five everybody.
No.
I mean, everybody's a little different. I'm not a high-fiver,
Oh, I'm that guy. I'm the super fan at the game. Yeah, I was singing the fight song the whole time.
You got a heat shirt.
I bought that. Yeah, I realized I don't really have any heat attire. I have a sweatshirt I got 15 years ago.
Yeah,
it's a little small now.
I'm glad you got gear.
I had to get some gear.
Also,
got geared up.
Jake, could you please expand on at least 4 people came up and talked to you and asked you a question.
Yeah.
Please expand on this.
So I hear you guys made light of this on the show without even talking to me, but you are correct. There was 3 separate occasions in Miami.
In Miami.
On different days, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, where I tell you that people asked me if we were from Norway.
And why, Jake?
Well, I have to assume
why?
it's probably the complexion of my skin. Now,
what would that be?
Here's
you think they see an albino.
But
there's not many albinos in Miami.
But here's the deal. I had my hat on. I wasn't showing off the blonde, which would make it more likely than from Norway.
Yeah. You do like that. He's like, Sipple said you were from Finland yesterday.
There's a lot of cultural differences in Miami.
Yeah, and they're trying to be polite. I'm like, hey, did you hear me talk? Do I sound like I'm from Norway? Do I have a Norwegian accent? Am I speaking a different language than English?
Norwegian cruise line.
Yeah. I laughed each time. Like, this is crazy. This is 3 separate times we've been asked if we're from Norway.
Yes.
And then somebody at the game said, "Are you guys from Germany?" Like, no, I'm not from Germany. And that person proceeded to come back from getting concessions in the second half. And this is dead serious. I'm sitting pretty good seats, like 10 rows up. I got some good seats for the game. This gal comes back. She's got her Mountain Dew sitting, in the cup holder right behind Elizabeth. Okay. Mm-hmm. And she brings back a thing of chicken tenders and fries. I'm dead serious. So we're sitting down because it's during a timeout. She comes back. A chicken tender falls off the plate into the Mountain Dew, splatters everywhere, and it gets over Elizabeth and the person next to her. There's green Mountain Dew spots on her because this gal dropped a chicken tender in the Mountain Dew and it splashed.
I didn't think it had that kind of a splash.
I couldn't believe it.
How big is a chicken tender?
Yeah. How big was the Mountain Dew?
It was a 32 ounce. It was big cup. No lid. No lid. No lid.
I couldn't imagine not having a lid.
No lid. And
32 ounces.
Here's the deal. She was mortified, the person. And the Dolphins had a great fourth quarter, and she just kind of sat there, couldn't get excited because she felt so bad about
The chicken.
splattering Mountain Dew
I would have
on
let her
two
know
people ahead of
immediately.
her.
I'm sure you did. I'd have been like, no. Hey, when you go to a game, there's risk.
Right.
You go to-
100.
I would never even be
I wouldn't even
remotely
know.
upset.
No.
I'd laugh about
I got
it.
some Mountain Dew on me.
I'd be like, thank you for
Yeah.
for getting chicken tenders and
Yeah.
a Mountain Dew. You're my kind of
Oh,
person.
big splash. I
yeah,
like
big,
it.
Yeah, big splash. We had big swim.
Big swim.
Yes.
You should have called her Splash the rest of the
I
game.
should
Hey,
have.
Splash.
Yeah, I should have done that. But no, and her husband was so mad at her too. He was like, "What you
Oh,
do?"
come on. It's not that big a deal.
I was a little bit bothered. I was peeved off the bat, but I did say it's okay. It's all right.
Oh, 100. I mean,
Yeah.
it just dropped a chicken tender.
Yeah, I
it's a
was
chicken
mad for
tender.
about 3 seconds, and I laughed after that. And I think she got, she took 3 seconds as
Here's
what it
the
actually
deal.
was.
Unless you're wearing something that was like her grandma's that's like irreplaceable, which it's not.
That's
The
not
story is 10 times better than ruining a jacket or something.
Right.
I'd like to have the jacket ruined because someone spilled Mountain Dew on me from a chicken tender splash.
God,
That would
all
make
the-
my day.
all the things that go on in my life on a daily basis, that'd be about the last thing I'd worry about.
Yes.
Little Mountain Dew on my
Yeah.
shirt. Bring that.
That would not exactly. That wouldn't phase me for 4 seconds. No chance. If I did it to myself,
No.
well, there's Mountain Dew on me.
Well, and
All
look,
right.
it didn't really affect her clothes too. It didn't splatter. I mean, she certainly got hit, but the shirt was already green to begin with, so it was fine. It was all
Here
good.
you are. What time did you get back?
We got back to Lincoln at 11:35 last
You
night.
didn't mark
I hear it.
yourself safe.
I did not. I assume you guys were probably asleep.
I
so was
waited
trying
up.
to-
I waited up till midnight.
I did send you guys a text this morning, though.
Yeah.
This morning I texted
Yes,
you
it was a big one.
that
for
I went to Super Saver. I got there about 4:52, and I got cinnamon
Walking around-
toast creamer.
walking around
Bill.
Super
Wait a
Saver.
second.
I was the
Because
only
yesterday-
person.
Think
that
about
did.
what he did.
Yeah,
Think
it was
about what he
incredible. Got in it. I got to bed at 1:00. It was a Super Saver by 4.
Yeah, I probably didn't fall asleep till about 1:00. That's
Jake
true.
Sorensen.
did. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know either.
No,
But
well,
Bill, so you got your normal coffee.
Yeah, well, I had to call Sipple. I told her that. I had to call
But
Sipple.
yesterday you called.
Yeah, called yesterday.
How
And
was
you were
it, by the
just
way?
pulling out.
And I just wheeled around.
Wheeled back in. Wheeled back through.
Just told him coworker.
Yeah,
I got to
yeah.
get a second one.
Coworker.
Yeah.
They're like, okay.
Now, listen, I know the importance of the creamer. If it's important for me also, and I said I don't want to come back and have to worry about the creamer not being here. So I made a trip this morning. I knew Super Saver it has it. There's nobody
Yeah.
in there at 4:50, understandably so.
Is there
Did you
nobody?
sell? Did you sell? Is it like opening the self checkout? Is there anybody?
There was one guy. His
no one's
name-
even
a
working.
man named Jensen was running the
Jensen.
register. I couldn't get my tap to work on my card. So I said, hey, can you just make this work? I got to go.
Yeah.
And he finally did.
Interesting.
Jensen.
Jensen.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Was
thank you,
this,
Jensen.
this is the one right across from
The old station.
ticket.
Yeah, that's right.
Say
From
it,
48
say it.
and R.
The ticket. Say it.
The ticket.
There it is. There it is. So
That was really good. I was
So-
thinking about you last night. The out thing is so funny.
Long.
Fault.
Football.
Ow.
Long.
That was so vintage.
Jake, here's your chance to win this because you call it yourself and just see what you can do. Falls in by a foot. Out.
So
Anyway,
yeah,
sorry. Bill.
it was a great trip to Miami. I'm back. The weather
Yeah.
sucked Saturday. It rained the whole day, but we found some things to do inside so I can appreciate the indoor activities in Miami. But yeah, went to the beach for a little bit yesterday.
Okay.
Dolphins game was great weather Sunday. And again, saw a buzzer beater on Saturday night with the Jimmy Buckets over the Bulls. Sorry,
It
Josh.
seemed like that. Me and Bill were talking yesterday. It seemed like there was a good crowd there.
At the Heat game?
Yeah.
It was a good crowd. I think they draw pretty well. It's a late arriving crowd.
Yeah.
Is it? It's kind of
And
it's a social event.
This was an 8 p.m. game on a Saturday night. So people, but again, the weather sucked. So you really can't go to the beach or do anything outside. It was raining all day,
Yeah.
all day.
It's probably
Never
why there's
let
a pretty good crowd.
Yep.
But you caught a break on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
You caught a weather break.
The rain had stopped right about 10 a.m. and it didn't rain the rest of the trip at all. So
What happened to the sideline passes? What happened there?
This is
Walk
what
me through
this
that.
is what I think happened. So the sideline passes are again, those are not just guarantees.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that Hard Knocks at HBO has taken a lot of people. A lot of people have now desired these sideline passes, so it's hard to get them. And it was packed. I saw the sidelines were packed. So there was generally, hey, the effort was there. It's hard to get those passes.
Well, Miami's going pretty good.
Yeah, 10-4,
Yeah.
2 seed in the AFC. 3
Yeah.
tough games upcoming: Cowboys, Ravens, Bills to close the season.
Wow, that's a real one.
It's not easy, but they had to get that win. They did. I'll get it to NFL winners and losers later on. But
I
that
bet there's
is-
some good ones.
that is our idle chit chat, sponsored by our friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Call
Newton's
them
Lawn
today
Care.
to get ahead for 2024 fertilizing. All right, enough chit chat because there was big news. There's big
Hang on.
news. Oh,
Let's just slow that down a second. Let's just slow that. That's
Right.
coming.
Slow your
Let's
roll.
hold off on that just for a little bit. We have a caller.
we do.
We have a caller.
Do we know who it is?
We do. Josh is going to hold up the board.
Oh,
He's going to let us know
oh boy.
who it is. We have a caller.
I don't know who this is.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
We have a caller that's coming in right now.
Caller.
Right there. I thought he had it right now. Then.
Oh, we got Mickey.
The new head coach.
We
Mickey.
have.
Bring him in.
Yeah, we got a caller.
Mickey
All right,
Jessup.
we are joined on the phone by the new head coach, the new head coach at Grambling.
Oh boy.
You might know the name Mickey Joseph,
Yeah.
formerly at Nebraska. Mickey, this is a big surprise. Good morning, and first of all, congratulations on your new role at Grambling.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. You usually get up this early. I'm usually behind you getting up because you're usually up at 4.
Mm-hmm.
You're usually in the office at 5. So I'm usually walking in about 7. So this is the usual thing for you and I.
Yes, it was like that. Me and Mickey had a lot of morning conversations that were awesome. So, Coach Joseph, you're the head coach at one of the most historical schools. What's your thoughts on that? Tell me about what's going on and what's your day like, and just tell me how this all happened.
Well, I mean, it's a great opportunity. This is home for me, just like Nebraska's home for me. I'm back with people that I'm familiar with, and it's a prestige university.
Absolutely.
When you say Grambling State, people understand what you're talking about. If I said any other FCS name, they were like, well, where's that school at? But if you say Grambling State's in Louisiana, Eddie Robinson, Doug Williams, Shaq Harris, etc. But it was just going through the process. I had some irons in the fire. You know how it goes when you're looking for jobs.
Sure.
And this job came across, and the athletic director, and it's a little different on the HBCU level. The presidents are heavily involved. So when the president reached out and the athletic director reached out, and we had one conversation, then we had 2 conversations, and by the third one, I said, okay, let's move forward with this, because I thought they had the right vision, the correct vision, the vision I had. It was about developing young men. You're never going to get $20 to $50 million contract, at schools like this. But there's a strong tradition school. They stand for something. I like the directions the university is going, and I thought it was a great opportunity.
Awesome.
Mickey, what'd you learn? I mean, what did you learn from Nebraska as the interim? What did you take away from that experience?
Well, I knew one thing, that you had to really work. You had to be thorough in your evaluations. You couldn't miss on portal kids.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to miss on portal kids, because portal kids you can't miss on. They can't stand on the sideline and collect dust. They got to be there to be starters. So if you have any doubt on a portal kid, just go with your high school kid. I learned that.
Makes sense.
that some people gonna get caught up in this portal, and they're gonna say, oh yeah, I want to develop them. Why are you still in the portal? When I'm going in the portal, 15% of my roster is going to be portal. 85% is going to be developing. It's no different than an NFL roster. An NFL roster is made up 15 to 20% of free agency. Everything else is through the draft. So that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I learned. I learned that don't get caught up in what everybody else is doing. Stick to your guns. I like what Rue said. Like Rue said, I'm gonna develop them. So now it's gonna take patience over there,
Mickey,
because you got to develop them.
absolutely. Mickey, how excited are the high school coaches?
Oh, that's my boys down here.
Absolutely.
They're sending me players left and right. We gonna flip some players from group of 5, and because they know me, and they know that under me the kid, they're gonna be taken care of, and they're gonna be thoroughly involved in these kids developing. And if something I don't like something about them, they know I can call them to get the help with the kid.
Yes.
And Bill, you've been down here.
Yes.
There's some big time players down here. You know, just some big time players. I mean, we won a national championship, and that roster was 85 to 90% Louisiana. I mean, after a while,
Mickey, hang on a second here.
His name with the Cajun accent.
Yeah,
big time football down here. These guys are good guys. They love being high school coaches, and they want to see their kids to be successful, and they want to see their kids home because now they can go drive and see them play on the weekends.
Absolutely, but the reason that LSU was 85% Louisiana in the national championship team is because of Mickey Joseph. That's why it was 85%. It wasn't always 85%.
Yeah, that was wrong. You go.
Exactly right. I just get that. The next thing I was going to say was between you and Coach O coming in the door, that was a team that was just incredible to be able to do that, and that's why Coach Ogeron hired you, was to handle Louisiana and to handle NOLA, New Orleans, and you did that.
The big piece of the puzzle now. Now don't take credit away from yourself. You brought the big piece of the puzzle. You brought the gunslinger in there.
Bro did help. He was a starter.
The kid from Ohio in there that you said, hey, this kid can play. And when you put him on, we're like, okay. But when he got there, it was like, okay, let's get him going right now.
Well, Mickey, congratulations again on the new head coaching job at Grambling. Big news over the weekend. We wish you the best down there. Good luck. Thank you for the time, and we'll be tracking your year ahead.
So proud of you.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, and you know me, as always, go Big Red.
Awesome. There it is.
Thanks, Coach.
The new coach at Grambling, Mickey Joseph. Surprised.
How about Mickey? How about Mickey? Yeah, surprised guest. I like him as a head coach, by the way, because he is a leader. Mickey's a dude. He's a leader.
And you're at one of the most historical schools there is. Grambling. Eddie Robinson.
And and he knows so many people, and they're just shipping him talent.
Yes,
he'll do a good job.
Yeah, he'll do a great job.
Well, thank you for getting Mickey. It's nice to hear his voice.
You can't have a better fit than what just happened.
I like
have
Mickey.
A better fit.
Mickey was striking as a head coach. I mean, he does have a leadership. He has that way about him.
Yeah,
some guys don't. Some guys don't. They just don't. They don't have that.
Mickey is someone also, and not in a false way, but when he walks into the room changes.
Yeah,
the room changes, and it's not in false bravado or anything. It's just he changes when the room changes when he walks in the room.
Tell me now. You might push back, but I was struck. I didn't know Mickey when he came to Nebraska. I didn't really know him at all. I mean, I'm his age. We were in school at the same time, and I watched him as a quarterback, but I didn't know him. He was old. I was surprised how old school he is.
Absolutely,
he's a tough coach.
Yes.
Tough in a good way on the players.
Yeah. He came through it as a player, with Nebraska and with Coach Osborne and everything. Then they stayed that way all the way through. And then obviously, I mean, everything at LSU with Coach O was old school. Everything was old school. 9-on-7, inside run, physicality, punctuality, on time, effort.
You don't coddle.
Nothing was ever too cool. Nothing was too cool. But then also they through Coach O and Mickey's will be the same way with him. Also knew when to back off a little bit. Mm-hmm. We knew when his team was a little bit tired.
But it didn't strike me as coddlers.
No, absolutely not. There would be like, no, that's not happening.
Jake, Mickey doesn't coddle.
No, I didn't.
It
didn't appear that way on the sidelines. But thanks to Mickey Joseph again. Congratulations to him on his new job as the head coach at Grambling. All right, we buried the lead enough for the day that Dylan Raiola is officially a Nebraska commit. Now he'll sign tomorrow. He's not signed yet, right? Signs tomorrow for signing day.
That's right.
But he put out the tweet yesterday, put out the poem. There's a video also. But the dream for Nebraska fans is now set to be a reality where Dylan Raiola, a 5-star quarterback, one of the top players in the entire country, has committed to Nebraska football for the 2024.
Yeah.
Significant occurrence for the Huskers.
Well, it's significant. And you can, you know me, Jake, I don't get into all the ballyhoo and all the grand
ballyhoo.
Announcements.
Ballyhoo. Can you tell me exactly what that means?
I like that word.
Just all the hubbub,
Oh, sorry. Ballyhoo. Hubbub. Oh, that makes sense. Now we're good.
The big.
I got it now. I do.
The big social media announcements.
Yes.
I don't get. You know what I get into? I think they upgraded the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're going to be better at quarterback going forward. I'm not putting anything on him like Okay, now they're going to challenge for the Big Ten title. I'm not doing that.
No.
I just know they're going to be better at quarterback.
Yeah, the room got better.
Yeah, the room got
It's
better.
a great way to put it, and it should be just that simple until you start talking about, well, this should get us in the playoffs for sure. This should just be the room got better, and then everything just expands from that time. You know, because you don't know exactly if like Caleb Williams was a unbelievable player coming out of high school. It was we recruited him at LSU. Obviously, ended up going. Oh yeah, we recruited the heck out of him.
Did you?
Yeah, ended up going to Oklahoma, obviously, and transfer. But he was one of those guys. So you hope he has that type of success, because Caleb Williams had a good career. He won a Heisman Trophy, did a lot of good things.
Right.
And so, but there's also some, if you go back and look through history, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen for that same.
Yeah, you don't know.
So you don't know for sure. But again, you've seen several of them that have panned out exactly like they're supposed to. And that's obviously what you want to have happen.
Right. The other part of this is, and again, without all the ballyhoo and
Hubbub. Yes.
Need more words like that.
He fits a pro style offense. He fits with what Rule wants to do, which is, have a pounding ground game and use, play action.
Yeah.
And you know what I like? It's kind of a hidden thing to me. I know I think a little differently than people, but I like a big, strong quarterback that can throw the ball into the wind. Big hands, big dude.
Yeah, you have to have that. Exactly. Also, when it comes down, there's always, people always thought, oh, credit here, credit there with what happened, how the recruiting went down. I mean, this one's pretty simple. I think it's both. I think if just his dad played here, I don't know if that was enough. But I think having his uncle here was a big, because imagine how comfortable you'd feel knowing that you have your uncle as the O-line coach.
Right.
So
right there.
I mean, the reason he's here right now is because of those two, dad and uncle.
Yep.
The brothers.
Yeah. The uncle can help protect his nephew.
Yes.
I mean, get after those tackles.
Yeah. But I'm just,
keep him upright.
But that
he's your nephew.
Just like, I mean, how did he end up here? That's how he ended up here.
A lot of it.
Yeah, that's not that I would say
it's probably complicated a little bit, but
yeah.
I mean, it's home. He calls it home all the time, and I don't know. There's a lot about it that makes sense, and there's a lot about it that's not. I mean, again, I just go back to, and I'm not handing him a starting job. I don't think that'll happen here. You still got Chuba here. I mean, you still got Chuba here, and you still got Heinrich Harburg here, and Daniel Kalen's here too. Those are your scholarship quarterbacks. I don't think he'll get handed anything, but you see what you see on film. He is, and you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I never even really watched him that close until this weekend because I didn't really have to. I didn't feel like I had to, but then I watched him. I'm like, okay, all right, now this, it's something to watch. Big, strong. I mean, really throws a deep ball well. Really good in play action. He can maneuver. He's not. But this is. Bill. I don't think they run option with him. Do you?
You can always run option with everyone. That's always the biggest misnomer because in option football, all you're trying to do is eat up a defender with the quarterback.
So he can maybe run a little.
So like speed option, those things. All you want to do.
Speed. I can't see him.
It's also.
Look what you did. Look what you did. Look at Bill.
Down.
Come on
Just
now.
calm down.
I don't say anything about semicolons or should there be parentheses or
too many commas over there.
Too many,
come on.
Run-on sentences. Don't talk about that. It's not my wheelhouse. Oh my Lord! If you think you can't that you can't check into a speed option versus pressure and all those different things,
Jake,
I'm taken back right now. I'm hyperventilating. I'm hyperventilating.
Take your hat off.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Take your hat off.
It'd be different if you say, "Hey, are we going to run veer option?" Veer option is completely different. Explain veer option to me.
Oh, Andre Ware ran a veer option. Andre Ware.
Absolutely not. He was running. That's why
Did they run the veer?
He threw for like 9,000 yards.
Did they run the veer?
No.
Who ran the veer?
No. Houston used to run. Houston ran the veer option.
Andre didn't run.
No. Remember, he threw for what, like 10,000 yards. They beat some team like 98-6 or something.
He was faking the handoff.
Yeah.
Dropping back.
No.
Faking a pitch.
No. Yeah.
Anyway,
he was run and shoot.
I don't think they'll run as much option with these guys, Daniel Kalen.
Could be. Yep.
But here's the thing about Nebraska: they've they've put their money where their mouth is in one aspect. They ran the ball this year. They ran it a lot. They did. I mean, they ran the ball the second most times, 478 times in the Big Ten out of teams that played 12 games. Penn State was the only team that ran more. Michigan ran more only because they played 13 games. So they're gonna try to run it. That'll take some pressure off whoever the quarterback is.
Sipple.
Yes.
I have a recruiting question.
Mm.
So maybe if you can text Sean if you want to.
Yeah, I might have to.
Are they still in the game for a portal quarterback?
Ooh.
I don't think so. I don't know that for sure.
I don't know either. Like I said, that is a question I was asked numerous times yesterday.
It's a good question.
They said, would they still look for it? It probably wouldn't be the same of the same profile, but is there someone else that's in the portal? Would be like, hey, I've played some, I've done this. You know, an example would be the MAC Player of the Year just went to Baylor. That's a good take in my mind. 3-year starter at Toledo. And
Is
so
that Daquan Finn?
Yes. I just wonder if that's unbelievable the name.
I don't have.
I think I like that guy. He's a good quarterback. So.
Yeah, and so I mean that's if I'm Baylor, I'm super excited. But I just didn't know. I didn't know if there was okay. We'll still look at someone from maybe an FCS or someone who's played or done something. Don't know.
Goes along with the question of would Chuba and Heinrich both stay? Now, if Chuba would jump in the portal, then that would probably increase your need.
I don't think he can do it right now.
He's graduated.
He's graduated. Chuba has. Okay. Yeah.
He's graduated. He can go. Yeah. Chuba's graduated.
I don't see that happening. I think they have a good group and obviously like that. If I'm one of those two quarterbacks, I've started and played in college in the Big Ten. So I'd be like, okay, let's
bring on some competition here.
Let's compete. That's how I would look at it.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, and you know what? It'll start now. Both Kalen and Dylan will be here in January. So I mean, they'll be here for spring ball. So the competition's on.
Yeah, the important thing, like you said here, is that people again they feel like they won the championship today. You overcame some big hurdles. You got a guy that you wanted for years in Raiola, but you don't win championships just on signing day. No. It's a big part. It's great to get him on campus. Great to get him to sign. If he signs tomorrow, but there's no guarantee that he's a starter. We hope he is. Mm-hmm. All the he's got all the intangibles. You watch the videos. He is a very, very good quarterback.
Yeah, he got tangibles and intangibles.
He does. He's got both of them.
Yeah.
But for Nebraska, again, people probably expect him to start off the bat. We just mentioned it. But Harburg and Purdy are going to push for that job, and I think people are going to say it's disappointing come fall if Dylan's not your starting quarterback. That's probably the assumption I think Nebraska fans have today.
It helps. I think it helps anyway that they don't play. They ease into it a little bit this year. I mean, they have how many straight home games? 4 straight to start. UTEP. I mean, you can ease him in a little bit easier against UTEP at home than going on the road and playing a Power 5 team. That might help a little bit. I mean, not that UTEP's. I mean, they're not great.
You play UTEP, Colorado, Northern Iowa, and Illinois to start your season. It's all at home. All of them.
It's a little bit easier than if you had a road game in there and you had an Ohio State right off the bat or something like that. That could help. Again, I'm not the guy that hands guys jobs. I'm just not. He's got to come in here and do it. But he looks capable. He's big. I mean, he's a big, strong kid. He looks ready physically. But Bill has pointed out to me, look at all those guys that we talk about, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, they're freshmen. I don't know. Some of them didn't even play as freshmen.
Yeah, Caleb started to play it in the Texas game. That's when he came in. He wasn't the starter. He didn't play. Why am I drawing a blank on the quarterback's name from that went to South Carolina?
Spencer
Rattler.
Spencer Rattler.
Yes. So Spencer Rattler did not play well against Nebraska.
He did
down there.
No.
And then he doesn't play well against Texas. And then from that time on, then Caleb came in and had the big comeback and things took off. But even those are rare. You have to look at that. Those are rare times. How amazed was the football world at how well C.J. Stroud was playing with the Texans?
Amazed.
Just like, well, how can this be happening? How can this be happening? So I'm just trying to, you just don't want to put I'm not saying pressure. Everyone wants pressure. This isn't pressure. But you have to have some, expectations that are realistic.
That's the big thing. That's hard right now.
It's different to go from high school to college.
You know what helps that conversation is the quarterback position had 25 turnovers this year. Okay.
The position.
Yeah, the position.
At Nebraska.
The team had 31. The quarterback position had 25. That helps. I just go back to what I said. It's not going to be hard to upgrade it. No offense to anybody, but he's not walking into a situation where the guy threw 36 touchdown passes and 5 interceptions and threw for 3,100 yards. It's not that. It's not. I mean, I just look at it. They needed an upgrade, and I think they got it. I mean, that's. I just kind of keep it.
It's a great day for Nebraska football.
That pretty much is, I'd say.
It's a great day.
Yeah. First 5-star since Aaron Green in 2011. First 5-star player since Aaron Green in 2011. The most highly rated recruit since Marlon Lucky in 05.
Yeah, but I think Bill's question is valid in terms of, is Nebraska going to just stick with what they have or go for FCS guys? I'm curious.
And
how
I'm
they
not
handle
suggesting they should go do that. I was just wondering if you felt
if Purdy leaves,
if it was
if
somebody
somebody
be the
leaves.
reason. Okay.
If someone leaves.
well, I mean, don't you think right now, as it stands with those 4 guys, you'd be okay?
Yes.
As it stands.
Yes.
Now, if Chuba would jump or Heinrich, then I think you might.
It'd be like anything. If something crazy happened where you just went, we cannot turn him down at this time. There might be something like that. But I'd imagine that most of the time they'd say, okay, we're going to go in the portal. If they did, and then the question right away is like, well, is that an upgrade from Chuba
Right.
and Heinrich? That's a question you'd ask as a staff. But sometimes if something falls into your lap, then that you might look at it. It's like, okay, it's incredible.
Right.
I don't see it coming. I just want to know what the pundits are
I have not
saying.
heard a word. I mean, nobody.
Because they were trying to get both. They were at one time. They were trying to get McCourt and Raiola. So that's why I bring it up. They were trying to get 2.
Last Monday, we thought they had a chance to get both guys, McCord and Raiola.
Yeah.
You got one of them, and the fans are very, very happy about that.
Which I think is correct. It's like, hey, you want just get one. Just get one. They got one
for 2.
and they got the youngest one.
Yeah, and they got Kalen too. I mean,
that was already there. I was just talking about of those 2.
Right.
Of those 2.
Kalen was, you wondered a little bit about Kalen because he had that visit scheduled to Michigan State. I mean, getting 2 freshman quarterbacks is more in keeping with Rule. Rule's whole thing is we're gonna have 90% high school guys. Well, having 2 high school quarterbacks, as opposed to 1 high school quarterback and a transfer portal guy, it makes more sense in his big picture philosophy, in my opinion. So yeah, I'd say it's a big day, but I don't, it's just they had to get better quarterback. That's what it comes down to. I know I say it bothers people sometimes. The quarterback position dragged back the program this year. It dragged it back. I mean, if you had competent quarterback play, you're talking about a 7 or 8 win team. Just competent, just dependable. If you're talking about dependable quarterback play, so I just say to Dylan Raiola, just come in and be dependable. Just be dependable. You don't have to be Dan Marino. Just be dependable.
Don't be Marino. Marino.
We'll
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer.
Yeah, pretty
You don't have
pretty
to
good.
You don't have to be him till second year. Maybe be Marino your second
year.
It's just to be dependable. Be dependable.
Let us trust you, rely on you.
Yeah. Don't
Help
you
us out.
guys? Do you remember? Did you
Don't
watch
hurt us,
the
help
season?
us. I do.
Do you remember what happened?
Nebraska had nobody over
What were the
1,000
numbers
yards
again on the
passing.
turnovers?
25 turnovers from the quarterback position.
And no
31
and no
total.
quarterback over 1,000 yards passing
They
this year.
they
either.
led the country in turnovers. They led the country in turnovers.
If you just take away 8 turnovers, you win 8.
That's
7
what I'm
or 8,
saying.
probably.
Thank you.
When we
Nice
come back,
hat, by the way.
there's some big news about a former Nebraska basketball coach to talk about. We get
Pretty
that
big
next
news.
on Early Break and the
Nice.
Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in December, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book your holiday parties at Double Eagle Golf and make plans to join them for a New Year's Eve party. Gift cards make a great stocking stuffer for Christmas, and don't forget to look ahead to 2024 as spring leagues begin in February. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street, online at doubleeagle.golf. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. They are thankful for many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends during this joyful celebration. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialist here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Your Christmas list changes a lot as you get older. Dreams of video games, remote control cars, and baseball gloves turn into dreams of shoes. You know, practical things. Brown Shoe Fit is the king of shoes in Lincoln, with brands like Sorel, Ugg, Brooks, Hoka, and more to make you fashionable and comfortable. Grab a new Ridge wallet or buy 3, get 1 free on Smart Wool socks for the ultimate stocking stuffer. And don't forget a reliable gift card for that hard-to-buy person in your life. Brown Shoe Fit at 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This
good morning, little brother.
is Early Break with Sip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Before we get to some big news for Nebraska basketball,
Big.
If you were on your phone last night and you kept loading, you couldn't figure it out, you probably need a new phone. I know a place you can go to get help because
Where?
Computer Hardware.
Dang right.
Dang right. Computer Hardware is Nebraska's authorized Apple authorized service provider. Are you upgrading your iPad or you have questions of what Apple device is best for you, including an iPhone? Don't go anywhere else for all your Apple product needs. Computer Hardware has served as Nebraska's Apple partner since 1980. Locations in Lincoln, Kearney, Hastings, and GI. Stop by and see them today. Computer Hardware.
You might even had computers in the 80s. I didn't know that. It went a long ways from my first computer class in college to what we have now. A little different. Like that.
Yeah, I was slow on the uptake.
Yeah, I was a little slow on that. I remember writing computer programs and how we had to do it like that. I didn't really set with me.
No, that was hard. I mean, at the Journal Star, when I first started, it was 88. And I always had trouble just turning it on. I couldn't find a thing. And the guys would be like, okay, Sipple, come on. I mean, you
can do this.
You got to be able to turn it on.
You can figure this out.
But I never could find a switch. Anyway,
Triptastic.
70th and O in Lincoln. He'll get you some Taco Wayne also next door. You go on and say hi.
I mean, like I said, it's probably one of the most incredible, new friendships. Usually when you get old, I'm up for new friends. I'm kind of full up. I'm good. I don't need any more. But Trip is one that all of a sudden it's like that's an incredible person. You're dealing with him.
He likes coming on the radio.
He does. Yeah, he's
a natural.
He's a big fan.
He really likes it. He
was
does.
nervous. I said, Trip, I know you. You're going to be just fine.
And he killed it.
Yeah, twice
to the point where I was nervous. All of a sudden, it was Early Break with Sip and Jake
and Trip.
What
about with Jake, Sip, and Trip?
Yeah,
that sounds pretty good.
It does.
It does rhyme pretty well.
You got to bring it. Got to keep this job.
I do. That's right. All of a sudden, where's Bill? I don't know. He's selling computers and Trip's on here.
They switched jobs.
Imagine
good at that, though.
Imagine you selling computers.
He'd be
I tell you what we got there. We got some megabytes and some gigabytes, and they got all kinds of stuff you're going to want.
You'd be an incredible salesman.
It's got a great screen. And look at the screen. It's really nice. And you open it up, it turns on, you get the internet. Just press this button.
You get the internet.
You get the internet.
How about that?
Get on the World Wide Web.
You can Google something.
You Google something. Yes. Go to a search engine.
Triptastic.
Yes.
Triptastic.
I was not here, obviously, yesterday to give a little kudos quickly to Nebraska basketball. They went on the road. And
we hit it. We talked
I know
on
you
it.
did. They allowed 12 points in the second half.
12 points.
12.
Can you imagine that at halftime?
Kansas State was 4 for 30 on threes in their own building. 4 for 30.
That was a team. Kansas State averaging 81 points a game. And Nebraska held them to 12 in the second half, like Jake pointed out.
Can you imagine saying that at halftime? Listen, if we can hold them to 12, we're good. Imagine saying that. hold them to 12.
Okay, coach, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
12.
That's what happened.
They got 12 and Juwan Gary got 11 offensive rebounds.
18 boards in total, 11 offensive boards. Jerome Tang said Nebraska kicked our ass, basically, is what he said in post game.
All right.
And they're better than us. They were tougher than us today. That's what he said. So, speaking of tough, though, a guy that you have had some battles with.
Some
verbal battles with.
Yeah.
This is per your colleague on threes, Husker Online's Robin Washington. Nebraska ball apparently will honor former head coach Danny Nee on January 20th. During its alumni weekend game against Northwestern.
I'll be at that.
What a delight it'll be to see Danny Nee back in Nebraska.
Bill was
my era. I was a graduate assistant during his time.
And you drive home the point to me all the time, and Jake and the listeners, that the most important job of a coach is the procurement of talent.
Absolutely.
Danny Nee could procure talent. He's a recruiter like you. He could recruit. And you think about those teams. We haven't seen talent like that here since.
No.
Not really.
Consistently.
I mean, we had
NBA
some McGowans.
They had NBA dudes.
Yeah. We had a McGowans. We had a Roby. We had Palmer. But Danny consistently brought guys in like that and filled his teams with them. And I mean, we're a 3 seed at one point.
They were
a national 3.
Yeah.
A 3.
Won 26 games that year, right? 26, I think.
Yeah.
Is Eric Strickland the most decorated NBA player to ever play at Nebraska?
Pike, Eric, who else?
Teron Lue is pretty decorated.
Pretty
Pretty
decorated,
good
yep.
NBA career.
Pretty decorated.
Yeah, Strick is right there.
Right there.
Strick is, Strick.
And then also, like I said, probably the reason that Strick fires me up so much is that he drew the number one. He drew the short straw every game.
The guys that he guarded.
Every game he had to guard. He on the radio telling who he guarded, and it's just like, whoa, what?
How about LeBron?
Yeah.
About, I mean, there's guys that you forget too, like Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, exactly.
Not bad.
Yeah,
Pretty good player.
Yeah. No, he got assigned. He got assigned the toughest assignments. Strick, but Danny, Strick was one of Danny. I mean, there's just a long line of guys that Danny recruited. Rich King was a first-round draft pick, 14th pick overall.
Went to Seattle, is that right?
That's right. Yeah,
didn't play much.
Injuries, right? Injuries. I think there was some injuries.
Might have been, but he was a 14th pick. Tyronn Lue, I think, went in the second round or either late first or early second.
Yeah.
But it goes on and on. It goes on. Vincent Hamilton,
late second round pick for Vincent, but drafted.
Yeah.
Player of the year,
when they had
player of the year in the Big 12.
I mean, when
no
they
big
had
deal.
when they had Vince and Hamilton and Lou, it was the best inside-outside combination I've seen in Nebraska. But again, I hate naming guys because there's so many of them that Danny recruited. He had a really good run here, and it was exciting. Bill, you remember how exciting it was
to get to the games in the Bob, in the student section, everything like that, because it was bleacher seating, and it was.
How about him and Norm Stewart going at each other during the game?
During the game, yeah.
Danny was fiery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I had run-ins with Danny, serious ones. I mean, scary ones. I mean, but I mean, I think we came out of it okay. But I called.
Well, you about shut down the Journal Star.
I call him a slickster.
Yeah, a used car salesman.
Used car salesman.
Do you think if we had Danny on, he would say these are all true stories? He would say,
"Oh yeah."
Oh, he would say, "Oh,
my God."
Remember that? Remember that time Sippy called me a slickster?
Yeah,
on the paper.
He would love it. He would love it.
That'd be incredible.
Janet, his wife, really abhorred me. And I kind of made amends with them a few years ago. But it was still a little tense. I mean, I called for his job a few times. I mean, that's not, hey, when you do that, it's not light. It's serious. When you got the little scruffy column that's calling for your job in a paper, it's not, I don't write that stuff lightly. I mean, it was hard. And I did like Danny, but
that's exciting. I will be at that game.
Yeah.
January 20th, the Northwestern.
I will be in the
game.
media.
Oh, it'll be amazing.
I'll be in the media room early with Steve with my pass on.
And you'll sit in the upper level of the media section. I'll be there too with you, Bill.
With
we'll
Jake,
be in the
overflow,
and we'll talk to breakers.
I think we belong in the overflow. It's kind of
like
where
the
we
overflow.
belong. Yeah,
we're not meant to be like in the.
I don't want to be in the main
tweeting
one.
during the game.
Yeah, tweeting. When people pull out their computer, I'm like, "What are you doing? What's that?"
Tweeting
updates.
Yeah, we don't.
So
we don't
That's
belong.
a media timeout.
Yeah, me and Bill belong at the top of the. Give us the bleacher seating. It's fine. We'll take it.
So January 20th.
Yep, against Northwestern,
they'll honor Danny Nee.
Right, and right now you got a team that's playing some
Is the
good
whole
basketball.
will his former players be there with him?
Yeah, it's alumni weekend.
Oh, that's going to be incredible.
So,
I mean, Strick will be on the court.
Strick, yeah.
We've had too many times in the past several years where alumni weekend is when Nebraska is way below 500. The buzz is completely dead for the program, and it's like, what are we even doing here?
It won't be that way.
So
this
again,
year,
if Nebraska keeps playing like they are right now, you're playing for something. Nebraska, as of Andy Katz yesterday, was 25th in his poll. 25th.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Now they had the bad loss to Minnesota. Which
they win two more there in the NIT.
Guaranteed NIT.
Guaranteed NIT.
Well,
bad loss to Creighton, bad loss to Minnesota.
Well, Creighton's not a bad loss. The way it happened is a bad loss.
Minnesota's a bad loss.
When you lose by 30 on your home court, it's a bad loss.
But losses count as losses.
They
don't
look at the
count
numbers.
as two losses.
You lost to a top 10
I'm going
team.
to bad loss. They lost by 30.
It was a disappointing
To
day.
the right, you lost to the rival by 30 on your home court. I don't know how you're going to spin that as a good loss. I mean,
I'm just saying in terms of the
all I'm saying
the
is
resume.
it's one loss. Doesn't count as
true.
two.
That's true.
What's
Thank
our
you.
record right now?
I'll give you
9-2.
that.
It's not 9-3 because you lost bad.
And by the way, Michigan State, who Nebraska beat last week, absolutely jackhammered Baylor by 24 points this weekend. Number 6 Baylor.
amazing.
Number 6 Baylor.
God, Izzo.
You know what the score was end of the first half? Michigan State was up 45-17 at halftime against number 6 Baylor. Think they weren't pissed off about last week?
Yeah, I mean, Izzo is amazing. I was so struck by how hard he took the Nebraska loss. I look for people who care, and he's 68 years old. He could be on cruise control.
Yeah,
he's not on cruise control.
No,
he took that loss to Nebraska. Bill, he was talking like this. He was talking in the mic. I couldn't even hear him. He was distraught. But he got him
we
going.
all know you love Izzo too.
Big
Izzo fan.
I
Steve
became
Sipple.
more of an Izzo fan that day, though, because of he just didn't get up there and tell us how good Nebraska is like he often does, and he took it hard. And I feel for him, but I also like the fact he cares that level.
They responded very, very
Yes, they
well. 24-point romp against number 6 Baylor. Michigan State back after a tough loss to Nebraska. When we come back, Bill's Thrills,
Oh my
Bugaboo
God.
Tuesday,
Oh
and
my God.
Song of the Day on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Call your local State Farm agent Vinny Krekak at 402-474-1173.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
It's the holiday season, Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
he stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Well, it's
Once again, your song of the day from 1992, Christmas All Over Again by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. 464-568-51 is bad, 10 is good. Texture rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
It really grew on me. The song really
You
grew
love
on
Tom
me.
Petty.
I do. And the band was in good form.
They were.
The song's interesting because it's kind of all over the place.
It's all over. Christmas all over again.
It meanders a little bit, but I'll tell you what helps it. I'll tell you what helps that song. The lights.
Yeah.
The lights.
And the Cardinal.
Oh,
it's happening again.
Oh,
I'm not sure what's going with the feedback. Yeah,
We have feedback problems.
Is that me?
I don't know. I don't like it.
What about this?
I didn't have anything that time.
How about now? Oh,
It must be Bill.
I'm way back here and you can still hear the echoing.
I don't like this. I don't know. Okay.
Do this. Yeah, maybe try those other ones. Anyway, Jake, interesting that you went with Christmas song.
Yeah, that'd be the trend of the week, I think.
Oh, boy.
I usually do it only the last day before Christmas on the show. I might do it all week. You know, there's a lot of good rock and fun songs out there. Or I could do, the wonderful edition that Bill played for the Bing Crosby and David Bowie.
You don't have to do Christmas every day.
There's only 4 days. I wasn't here Monday.
Oh, God.
And then I'm not going to do it next week.
Anxiety's up.
Because Christmas is Monday. This upcoming Monday.
Okay, Monday.
And I won't do any songs after that for Christmas songs.
Okay. Bill's getting his things together.
Is Bill moving spots?
He might be moving spots, which is really going to be interesting. Okay.
So far away.
It does. I'll tell you what, Jake. I mean, if you haven't been to the Ticket and you haven't seen how festive the Ticket is right now, I think, you seem so far away. It goes with that. That helps it. I mean, I'm staring out at O Street and the beautiful lights of O Street, and then Petty's playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice scene, Jake. I'll give it an 8.1165.
Wow. I didn't see that comment. Now, I looked at Bill, and Bill was bobbing his head. But sometimes
he's in a world of hurt right now.
Yeah.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
No
Good.
feedback.
I have
This
to
is really
judge.
odd.
I have to judge it. We're way apart.
This is really odd.
It's like COVID.
Barely
6 feet away.
COVID-19.
COVID-19. When did it change from Corona to COVID? It's our big question. Please let us know on the text line.
This is like 6 feet.
This
Is 6 feet.
This is 6 feet right here.
Yeah.
We're totally legal. I have to judge it as a Christmas song, not as a band. I think that's important to look at right there. So as a Christmas song, it's probably if you ranked your top 100, it'd be 101. So it's somewhere.
That's not promising.
Yeah, that's a 4, 6, 9, 9, 4, 6.
No, see, here's the thing. He duped me because he was bobbing his head.
I
Again.
tried to like it. There was a little bit at the very end. It kind of caught me, but it didn't. But I would say this. I think that every band should have to do a Christmas album of classics. Would you love to see AC/DC doing Silent Night? It'd be incredible.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, it'd be interesting. Darn right it would. I think every band should
How
have
would
to
they do that?
I don't know.
He
but
screams the whole
just
time.
imagine the Rolling Stones with "Oh Come All Ye Faithful."
Yeah,
I'd love to hear it.
Hark the Herald
Hark the Herald, exactly.
I'm trying to envision what AC/DC Silent Night sounds like.
But I'd like to
is
see
it a
every
screamo
band
version of the song.
I don't think so. I don't think you could denigrate it like that, Jake.
They don't do quiet songs. He's got the shriek going for every song.
I'm telling you, AC/DC could do anything. They're incredible.
They could. I like them.
Okay, Josh.
Josh,
I'm going with 5 flat. 5 flat.
5.9. 5.
Sip, you guess?
6-0.
4-5.
4-5.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm
Jake,
with you.
it was a little flat.
Yeah.
Well, it's Christmas songs this week.
Yeah.
So you got 4 days.
There's all these unbelievable Christmas songs just because it was petty. Jake kind of.
But Sip gave it an A+.
Yeah,
because it was Tom Petty.
That's why he didn't judge it as a Christmas.
That's
You got to
true.
judge it separately,
I know.
guys.
Yeah.
You got to separate yourself.
True.
I thought the
Bill's so
song
far
got
away right
going.
now.
Yeah. Okay, but we got Bill Searles.
We do.
Oh, we are doing them.
Hang
Okay.
on 1 second before that.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
What is bothering Bill? Let's find out. Bugaboo Tuesday starts right now.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
this
We
gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent it to you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes. Bill's Thrills is sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors. The ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Everyone loves Bugaboo Tuesday.
I do.
Bill has put the glasses on for this segment.
Yep, his Regal
Again,
glasses.
we talked about this yesterday. If they can make you at least $10,000 before Christmas,
Mid-Plains Advisors.
Mid-Plains
yeah.
Advisors. So I'd get on board with that. Stock market's going the right direction, guys. Be invested.
Take a lot of 10
Pay
grand.
attention here. Yeah.
Make $10,000 like that. Okay, so usually we do Bugaboo Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Instead, we're doing Wugaboo.
Ooh, Wugaboo.
Wugaboo. Opposite of Bugaboo. It's a wow situation. Wugaboo. Gratitude for graduation and electric energy. Crazy crowd spirit. There's 2 things I want to talk about with graduation. So we go to graduation from my oldest, Sydney. And there was probably 350 people that graduated, right? And at this particular graduation at UNO, which was an incredible job, there's one man that they'd walk by, you hand him your name, and he read the name off, and he nailed all 350 of them. Could you imagine just having the card handed to you? And I'm telling you right now, at least 200 of them, you wouldn't have got close. And the guy nailed it. And I know on there they had it written out like how it sounds. It doesn't matter. And you know how much time he has from the time he hands the card and reads it? Maybe 0.5 seconds. And it was the most remarkable job I've ever seen. That dude was a dude.
Wow.
He sat there
That
in
is
front of a
interesting.
microphone. And so my whole thought was, so I sat there by Leighton from House Menders. And I go, so we started naming like, could we have said that? Could we, like, nope. And I looked at him. I go, imagine me and Sipple doing this. And the look on their face when you read it off, they'd look back at us like, what are you doing? Really? What was that?
Wasn't close.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And some of them had like 4 or 5 names too. It wasn't just, I mean,
hyphen.
it was all this stuff going. So the dude at UNO, if someone can find out who that was, he sat with the microphone right front. They walked by, hand him a card, nailed it. 350 in a row. And then got up and went home.
Yeah, that's not an easy job.
And also, here's the deal. Someone goes, well, they probably get the list of names a day ahead. 350 doesn't do you any good. Does you no good.
You gotta
And
go through them.
when you're calling a name on like as an announcer for a game. There might be 4 or 5 names. You go, I better learn how to say this name. Better learn how to say this name. That's it. He had 350. But here's where the fun set in. Here's where the fun set in. Is at UNL graduation. So there was no name reading for that one. But as they came filing in, everybody you'd look for your connection. So we're all looking, where's she at like that? We see the little groups people yelling, Liv. They're all kind of waving and yelling, kind of, being a little obnoxious. That's fine. So all of a sudden behind me, I hear Lincoln. And I turned around. I go, what was that? And I just screamed, Lincoln! As loud as I could. I'm just screaming it. And I'm like, dude, you got to show up. He goes, I know. I go,
oh, yeah.
He goes,
I know what you're talking
about. He goes,
about.
I got to do better. I go, it's okay. We're going to team up on this. So and then we also got the group behind us for Paul. And so we'd let him know. We'd say, hey, listen, our daughter's up right now. Olivia's going. So I got the whole group. They'd all just yell, Olivia!
And that makes them feel good.
It turned into 25 instead of just having 3 or 4. And then when Lincoln went, they're telling us, there he is. He's in line. He's right there. He's 4th right now. He's good. As soon as he got his diploma, Lincoln! Screaming. We stood and waved. He had to be thinking, what is going on up there? And then we got Paul going. We had 25 people. So if someone in our section would yell a name just right from below us, we'd all start screaming the name at the same time.
Did Olivia notice?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. She turned around and looked up.
She knew.
Yeah, but she knew as all part
she
of
knows her dad.
She knew as part of the Bill Busch real life graduation experience.
That is, and I would tell you, I'm horrible. I feel very self-conscious in those situations. I'd be like the guy that says, Lincoln.
I was that
guy. I was that guy.
And I just screamed, Lincoln.
Yeah, see, I'm not that guy.
Well, you got to keep yourself entertained. There's a lot of names going by. There's a
Well,
lot of
remember yesterday I said which was right and wrong. I said that graduations are horrific. And they are because there's about an hour and 45-minute span where you have no interest. It's just people getting their degrees that you don't know. And it's not, it doesn't interest you whatsoever. It doesn't.
He's not wrong.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't really.
And so this added to the funks is like, well, he's in the college, he's in the College of Engineering.
That's a good
he's up in a
idea.
little bit. So we're like going, all right, let's get ourselves together.
That's a good
we got
idea.
another one coming. Let's join in on this one. Also at UNO, there was 2 Bushes, B-U-S-C-H, like me. So I went crazy on those 2. On the Bushes.
Your relatives.
I yelled their name.
Your relatives. Yeah, that's good. Good on you, by the way.
So we had if anyone was around us in that section that we were in, I think we're in. I can't remember what we were in now. I really don't know what it was.
That's okay.
But our section just had a blast. We laughed.
That is, yeah. I've never seen that.
We left unified. We left as a unified group of about 20-some people, all because of Lincoln.
And those kids felt well. Those young adults felt good.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be the kid who doesn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of scared when I got my diploma. Is anybody going to do anything? No, everybody will. People will inevitably. But yeah, that's good. I'm good on you. Because I am the guy that I'm really self-conscious in that situation. I don't want to raise my voice.
Yeah. I don't want to be the fool like in the deal with that, but I'm going to be loud. That I know that takes you back.
I'm not saying
it entertains yourself.
There's
too.
a fine line
good.
between fool and loud. I trust that you stayed on the loud
I think
side.
I did.
Yeah.
I think I did. I think we all left very happy. Very happy. I think we had some high fives, if I remember correctly. We left
Like
very
Jake
happy.
high fives.
Yes, Jake high fives.
Jake high fives.
Yeah, that's a good feeling
That's
right
an
there.
interesting one. I like that one because we've all been there.
Yeah,
we've all been in that
We'll get
situation.
But the guy who called the names out was remarkable skill set. The skill set that he had. Just imagine getting it. It's like this. Boom, boom, up there.
Do you suppose?
Boom, boom, up there.
Do you suppose the day before he had to go through them?
Oh, I'm sure he did, but I'm just telling you, if you have 350 to 400, how would you ever
think about it though? The day before, that's like how long would it take
That's
you?
a lot of names.
Imagine the stacking going through, and you're like going, okay, Charlie Johnson, thank God, whatever.
And then you got to put the ones that are a little. You got to find out. That's seems like about a 5-hour job.
And I didn't see anyone give what was that? He nailed them. He nailed them all. Where you and me, I told Leighton, I go, if me and Sipple were doing this, they would stop it. They would stop.
Can we get somebody else up here,
Is there
please?
anyone else that can do this?
Anybody here that
wouldn't
can
even be
read
close.
names
We wouldn't
in
even
the
be
building.
close. And he sat like not only a booth, he had a microphone off of his desk, and he was right before the stage. Had a little light on it, and I'm betting the guy probably did it for free, and then just probably left and went to IHOP or something, and then went home.
Yeah, that is he had a very important job though.
Oh, one of the most important,
Right.
because I was a little taken back, but I know the numbers were really large at UNL, but there was no reading of names. I'm like, the one thing they don't read names. They name the college. But I will go back on that one and say one more thing about that when we get off this. For graduation, there was one young lady, so they have all the colleges. So College of Business, right? They stand up. It's like 100 people. This side. College of Architecture had one.
Oh boy.
She sat by herself in her own row and she got the biggest applause because she had to go
Deserve
College of Architecture. And one person stands up, she goes and gets her degree, and everyone's cheering. It was like, so that was the
interesting.
So, but her and Lincoln changed it.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, to be the only person graduating from your college. I mean, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's a cool moment for that person.
So anyway, that's my Wugaboo.
Wugaboo
I like
Tuesday.
that. I really like that.
Lincoln!
The thing is, I mean, we can all see that right now. But
that's Bill.
no one's shocked by that.
Yeah.
I have the perfect visual in my head. I can see it. And
anything from the text line, Jake?
Yeah, from the text line. Let's see. Someone says, Bill, you are an amazing man. You are the cool uncle for sure.
Yeah, well, that's very nice.
You can confirm that, right? Ellis says, Bill, was this one of those ceremonies when they asked the crowd to refrain from yelling until the end, or not? Was it one of those?
No, it wasn't. You could yell. It was matter of fact, it was almost, it was like it should happen.
Encourage.
Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, we're not reading their names. Yell their name. Do whatever.
I think
that's do.
I think it's great.
Also, I think there was a little tension at UNO a couple times because someone came across, got their degree, and they had a large crowd. They really got after it, which is good.
Yeah.
But then the next person's going.
It's drowned out.
And so all of a sudden, when they read their name, there's still people yelling.
Oh.
So it can be a little bit because everything's rhythmic. It's like boom, we're going.
Yep.
Boom, boom,
Yep.
boom,
Yep.
boom.
You don't want to drown out somebody's moment.
Yeah, so that's always a little bit dicey, but it was well handled. Yeah, really well handled.
John in Southeast Lincoln says, can you see Sip mispronounce a name and screaming it?
You screamed the wrong name.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't scream.
Yeah,
I did scream during Alex and Carmen's. I didn't scream.
I want to see what your scream is.
It's not very loud.
Give it to us.
No.
Give us Alex. Give it to us. Come on.
Give us a sample. Come on, give us a sample.
Do it. Alex.
That's about right. That's about right. We'll take it. That's Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty
Cash
at
Cows.
Mid Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the Cash Cows, Lincoln. Top of the hour next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite Tailored Light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some clouds this morning will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy but warm. We'll see a high around 50. Tonight, mainly clear skies expected with a low around 29. And tomorrow, most cloudy skies do return. We'll see a high around 50. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Tuesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2 sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. New location coming by the end of next month at 70th and Pioneers. And Bill, when is our special day for Steve Schindler up in Creighton?
Well, I have a quick question for Steve Sipple.
Oh, okay.
Sip, do you ever worry about, like, man, I wonder if someone took my money out of the bank?
I check my account quite a bit. Yes.
Are you worried that someone might just steal it?
Just in a hack type thing.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Can't. FDIC protects that. Steve invented it. Steve invented it.
Look at him.
That's incredible.
Look at those shoulders.
Yeah, he is.
Look at those shoulders.
Strong.
Yeah, so when you protect people's money,
look at that in the camera. There
when you protect people's monies, you get shoulders like that.
Yeah, he's freakishly strong.
Incredible.
He is like that.
Freakishly strong.
Oh, he is. He can leg press a lot too. Good lower body.
Freakishly strong. What's going on?
So today it's a little change up because it's 6 months out from celebration time. So 6 months from now is when you're gonna have all the celebrations starting around Nebraska, whether it be whatever celebration there are. Every little town has one sometime. So this is the carnival celebration spirit. And today in the bank, in the lobby, they're having a competitive egg toss competition.
Oh,
competitive egg toss competition. It's to my heart because I won it 4 times at Pender.
You did not.
4 times with 4 different people. Yeah. Won the egg toss. Yeah.
Bowler and egg toss.
Bowler and egg toss. I have the trophy. So eggs are brought in from Wall Bombs in Wakefield. That's where the eggs. Schindler's bringing in special eggs for this. But they have the usual, the K through 12 in the AM, adults and seniors in the PM as far as the competition. So they will teach and then also have the competition. So they talk to the key to it all is the throw with the air and then the give. Then you got to be able to give.
So what is the?
So when you catch it, you have to give.
I'm not familiar with an egg toss. What?
So you just line up across from each other. You're basically 1 yard away. Toss the egg. They got to catch it without breaking it. Then both sides take one step back.
Oh.
Then you take one step back. And
Okay.
That's how the egg toss works. It's very intense. It's extremely intense. And you have to. I practiced it. I worked on.
You have to practice.
I practiced it for hours and hours and hours a day. I went through. There was times I could catch an egg from 40 yards. Wouldn't bother because it's all in the give. You have to give with it. Then you have some that are just like this, like no,
and it's gonna splatter.
It's gonna splatter.
It's all in the give.
From a yard.
That's why Steve is going to teach it first, and then have the competition. So everyone's ready for the egg toss when they get to their town of what's going on and what's going to happen.
This is going to be happening in the lobby.
In the lobby, yes.
Be a lot of yolk cut there still,
Yes.
even though he's teaching. A lot of people are
Plastic
learning.
on the floor.
Plastic on the Steve's got
Be messy
sit
up there.
through that. And then also, I don't know, but do you think he's able to do loans too, Steve?
Oh, I mean, he always does. He always manages. He's a master multitasker.
Yeah. So in between this, he can also do that. And
So
also
you.
remember today is so it's like, hey, you know what? I got to get some Christmas gifts, and maybe I've got some money coming in later, or a little bit. I need some cash right now. So right now there's a Christmas bonus going along, and so you can get a loan with no collateral up to $2,500, no interest for 6 months.
Oh my God!
For
Steve?
Christmas presents, and Steve's doing it just himself. He's doing it. He's doing
Spirit.
So
Yeah,
it's
he's a
Christmas.
dude. He's a
Christmas
dude.
Spirit Steve is $2,500, and that also is there's no interest on that. And you have 6 months. Then after 6 months, it just goes to 0.5%.
And that should be.
So it's free money. It's just free money.
And what at what an opportune time, just as
Yeah.
you got to get gifts.
Yeah.
And
It's
a lot
amazing what he does for the people.
Look at him.
Yeah, look at him right there.
I mean, he's
Thank
friendly.
you, Steve. Yeah.
He's
He's
friendly.
an incredible guy.
But he's fair.
He's fair.
And
That's so important.
Right.
He's fair. Thank you.
and there will be an egg toss competition
Yes.
all day long
All day
today
long.
in Creighton.
Soft hands, gentle receive there.
Yes.
Yep. That's how you
Only
do it.
looping in the morning. He wants to help the school board out. Only looping in the
Oh,
morning.
they're on-
Loop again.
We will loop again. Remember, he got into it with the school board.
They're
again.
in. They're
He got a little
they're
tense.
on him a little bit.
You know, yesterday, in case you missed it, Jake, he had auctioneer school.
Auctioneer school.
Yeah, we played
How'd
the
that go
auctioneer
for him?
song. Very well. They had a great day. They sold. I think he sold this like cattle, like 40, and about 28 pigs, and then some sheep.
Okay.
They paraded him through.
They paraded him
So
through.
they just kept the same
It's a good
plastic
day
on the
right there.
floor today.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
That's
Okay,
why it all
that
tied
helps
in
out.
together. Yeah, so
That helps.
yeah, they had a couple accidents, a couple pigs pooped. So
A little sloppy
had to
out there.
clean that up a
The
little
thing
bit.
that's amazing to me is how clean he keeps the bank with all this activity.
Yes,
It's
is.
still very well kept.
Yes.
And on the West Lot, there is skating still going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you to Steve Schindler.
Thank you, FDIC.
He's the man, Midwest Bank. We appreciate them.
Yeah, God bless Steve.
If you missed the first hour, a little recap for
Okay,
you.
recap
And then
it, Jake.
people have a question
What a-
that
what a
they want
day.
you to address here, Sip.
Oh,
Dylan Raiola, yes, did commit to Nebraska yesterday. About late afternoon, big news. Husker football fans went crazy.
Late afternoon.
A lot
4
of national media went crazy too. I saw everybody was tweeting about this. All the ESPN, the CBS, everybody was out there.
5-star.
It's massive. It's a massive gift for the Huskers. And he'll sign tomorrow. Again, he's just right now committed. Got the video, but he will sign tomorrow for the Huskers. The question that people are asking, and Sip, you are more in tune to this than either of us in terms of the recruiting at this point. Do you see any potential flips with the big news? Anybody that could follow the footsteps of the big 5-star to Nebraska to watch over the next day or so?
I don't see anything immediate.
Okay.
I haven't heard of anything immediate. There are some other guys that they've recruited in the last week that aren't necessarily attached to Dylan that could flip. Or that, I don't know. I'm thinking about Dylan Williams, who's a commitment to Oregon, for instance, that he's an outside linebacker. Not because of Dylan, but just might flip. No, I don't see it. Like if you're talking about like a receiver, something
Big
like
question
that.
for people.
No, don't see it. I don't see it right now. I think that he'll pay off in time, but it's so close to signing day. No, but not right now. I haven't heard anything. I would hear it from Sean, and I have not heard of anything. Sean Callahan.
I'm still infatuated with the numbers. And the reason I always bring the numbers up is because I've sat in the room when the numbers were tight. when all of a sudden it's like, what are we going to do? I'll tell you a quick recruiting story.
Please do.
So we had a great player here, a young man I recruited out of Arizona that was a great player here, played as a true freshman, Eric Haig.
Oh, yeah.
And he was
we know that name.
Incredible.
The Peso.
Yeah, the Peso. The incredible player. The day before signing, we were over. And it's like, who has to go? And one of the people that was talked about was Eric Haig. And I was like, and I was absolutely not. I said, I lost my mind. I said, and I had someone else. I said, and I'm not going to name the name. He didn't come to Nebraska. But we had someone else who was committed at that time. I said, this is the guy. This is the guy that because of this, this, and this, not Eric Haig. I'm telling you, and Dave Kennedy, this head strength coach, jumped in. And he goes, I'm just telling you from a strength and watching film of what I see physically, he goes, this guy is special. And he was special in but it was this close. So that's why I always bring the numbers up, because it happens all the time. We're also going like, what are we going to do? We can't sign all these guys. We don't have enough scholarships to be able to do. And so that's why I'm always intrigued by asking. That's why I always ask, well, what are the numbers?
They're 15 over. I mean, it's so
something's got to happen here.
Yeah. So it's not like you can add a whole bunch.
So it's always interesting.
Yeah. That's real. God,
But
that's
that went
real.
well,
I
though.
had no idea till right now that Eric Haig was on the chopping block.
Potentially.
And you had to stand on the table.
I did. That was one of those adamant, like, please
wait a second.
Please, God, no. I'm telling you what, this guy, I'm telling you, this is, it was special. Well, one of the reasons is that Eric wasn't as highly ranked as Prince was or Javario was. Those guys. And so sometimes you think that way
Prince
also.
Kamara.
Yeah. And so you look at those numbers, but that was one of those, like that, please no. And now I will say this, Coach Callahan was the head coach. He didn't think that Eric, oh no, it's like, what do we do? And it was more by position. It's like, well, it's more that position. Maybe the needs weren't as high as an O lineman or D lineman or someone of that course. So it wasn't, he didn't like him. That wasn't it at all. But sometimes you know how many people right now would look at someone and go, I am begging to have that guy. We don't have anywhere to put him. Right. We don't have a number.
Just don't have it.
Don't have a number.
Yeah, it's got to get tight. Now they don't have to get down to 85 until.
Well, my question that I don't know this one be a great answer, and I can find the answer out. Last year when a new head coach came in, they had they were at 95 or 100 through spring because you could do that with a new head coach.
With a new head coach.
Now that it's been a full cycle, I don't know where those numbers have to, because you can't carry 120 through spring or whatever it is, 110 through spring. Then it's like, in the end, you have to be at 85. So, what are you going to do? And people are finding out now too, in the portal. 2,000 went in, and I guarantee you there's still probably 1,800 still there.
Right.
There's a lot of dudes that are still, you hear about the hype, you hear about the McCords, or you hear about all these different players, but there's all these other players. And there's been some teams you hear about, like, man, that was a really good take. Baylor, I said, was a really good take in the Toledo quarterback. There's some you read about that aren't real high profile. And there's people in the portal that are like going like, all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I thought this was going to go really good. And eventually what's going to happen with that, there's going to be people going like, whoa, stay right where you're at. Do not jump in that portal because
you might stay.
There's a lot of people that are in the portal that have never come, but they're still in Wichita.
Right.
They're still in Wichita.
And they took up residence in Wichita.
Yeah.
So they're working at Freddy's Burger.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not playing.
No,
they go to the portal. They go to the
bought
portal.
a house.
They get a cot, and then they go work, and then they go back to the cot.
Yeah. And then it's like, well, we're still in the portal. Has anyone called?
No.
It's like nope. No one's called. No one's called.
Now Nebraska did lose a couple members of the class of 2024 so they lost a couple that way. Maybe they would lose a couple more that way that just go elsewhere, that you just notice on signing day. Oh, okay. He's actually not coming. That could happen, but no, there's nothing. I don't know. My read on it is Bill could be, maybe I'm wrong on this, but Dylan, it's so close to signing day that it would be hard to flip a bunch of guys right now.
It's
just
hard.
Too close.
And it might have been, I have no idea, but it might have been the reason it got announced yesterday instead of tomorrow would be maybe that gives you an opportunity. But people are pretty locked in.
That's a good point.
But it gave him a 2-day window to be
That's
like, hey, if there's one person. But I would imagine, like I said, it might help you with someone that's been there. But right now it'd be, someone might maybe not sign tomorrow. But I know this, whenever I was coaching and they didn't sign on the early signing day, And it's like, yeah, you have it. Your scholarship may or may not.
Right. Unless you're like a 5-star dude.
There's certain guys that can do it. There's certain guys it's like, no, we have, how long do we have for the end? But there's some guys it's like, I'm going to look around. That's not a problem. We're going past you. We're moving on.
Right.
Because the guys that want to be there, plus there's so many mid-years that are coming in. And so you cannot hold yourself hostage over that.
No.
But you do want to hold also what I always ask about numbers is you want to hold numbers back for when spring is over, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, the new portal hits again. And there'll be guys that they'll be like going, he's in the portal?
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea he's in the portal. How did that
There's a
happen?
whole nother round coming in the spring.
Yeah, like UCLA quarterback was the backup, and he was kind of, I can't say his name, right? I draw a blank. But he came in when the person who started the game as a substitute for him. He started several games that year. Had kind of a beat up elbow. He tore it up. Next, and then the whole thing was, I don't think he wants to play because he's going in the portal. Next day, had an unbelievable day. I think it was the MVP of the game. I'm coming back to UCLA.
Okay.
That's how fast things can go from one thing to the next of what's going on.
That's true. Now, as far as quarterback recruiting, Daniel Kalen, when he committed in May, he did a great job recruiting. I mean, he if you look at when Daniel Kalen committed to Nebraska in May, and then what happened subsequently in the class, I'm not saying he went out and recruited all these guys, but they had some success, and he's very tight with Carter Nelson, very tight with Logan Bricks. So Kalen really affected the class a lot. I do think Dylan will affect future classes, like next year's class. You got a 5-star quarterback, it's got to help you get receivers, right?
Well, especially if he ends up becoming a starter, and he doesn't have to play great even, just play good. It's like, hey, dude, look what he did as a true freshman. What's going to happen now?
Just be dependable.
Because wow, to do quarterbacks, you have to give him some time. and like, so you see people now, it's like, whoa, look how good they are. Well, yeah, he's been around a long time. He's been around college football, been around it.
I do think it helps that they're easing into a schedule this year, though. First 4 games at home: UTEP, Colorado, Northern Iowa. These are teams they have dudes.
But yet they're all home games, though. You're not going into a raucous environment.
No, it does. I think it does help, but we'll see how it all shakes out. We'll see how it all. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
The interesting story is still over in Colorado, because it's been the portal ads have been a lot. Doesn't always mean everything, but they have added some players, and I believe they've added better players. Last year was a scramble, and they added some players that weren't.
They need to bolster their line play.
Line play, yeah, and that's and that is what they are doing. That's what you see happening.
Yeah,
and they've got a lot of players coming back. They don't lose any of those receivers. They don't lose. So that
won't be an easy game.
It won't be an easy game.
No, but again, this past year, your first 2 games were on the road. You didn't play home until game 3.
Right.
That's tough.
And say what you
in
want.
Your first year of a head coach.
Say what you want about Colorado. They ended up bad, but that was at the apex of the freak show when Nebraska went out there.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the apex.
Yeah.
It was an incredible environment. I'd love to talk to Jeff Sims one-on-one and say, did it affect you? What was that like? It had to. It was hard. It was ridiculously loud. How many games have I been to over the years? Every one. Yeah. I can't remember an environment like that. It was incredibly loud. So you're not throwing Dylan Raiola into anything like that. You got UTEP, Colorado, Northern Iowa, Illinois on your home field. Illinois, none of these teams are tough. I'm not saying they're not. It's college football. It's hard, but it's a little easier than it was.
Well, like Bill said last week, Dante Moore, who was the stud at, the 5-star
that was the guy,
UCLA.
The guy, yeah.
UCLA. I mean, he was not great this year.
Did not play well.
5-star quarterback. Yeah. Okay, he's going to turn around UCLA, and he just did. There's no guarantees in year 1 that he's going to be an absolute stud.
No,
that's the problem, is that your expectations now for Nebraska fans are probably through the roof, saying this. Listen, he had no picks in high school this year. You guys are a stud.
He had 1 pick. That's it. 34 touchdowns, 1 pick in high school at Buford, Georgia, which is good competition. Now, I don't know that everybody will put big expectations on him, because what we said in the first hour, because the quarterback play was so average. I'm just going to be kind, that he's not walking into. I mean, he's just got to be better than that.
It's like when you're a coordinator. Like I would love to be the coordinator offensively going to Iowa.
Yeah.
If you just go from 133 to 96,
right?
That's probably 2 more wins.
Yeah.
if they do that and it's not okay. We're not trying to get to 80, we're getting the top 20. How about if we just don't want to be in the hundreds?
Right.
How about trying that out?
Yeah.
So as a coordinator, you're going, I want to go to that.
Mhm.
Same way, defensive wise, like, hey, I want to go someplace where they really, as I come in new, okay, they struggle. That means if I can just get some competency,
right.
Then this will improve everything.
That's what you're looking for at that position. Competency. It's got to change. Because Nebraska, we haven't talked about it, but they do return a lot. About 16 guys on the offensive 2 deep, 16 guys on the defensive 2 deep. They have some guys. It's pretty good. It's not great. It's pretty good. It'd be nice to bolster that receiver core a little bit. You hope you get Marcus Washington back. You don't know. He'll file a waiver, and it'll be a long process. We haven't heard about Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. It would be great if he came back. I don't know if he is. But you have pretty good receivers. Julian Fleming's still out there. Now, Fleming, it sounds like it came down to Penn State, Nebraska. Remember Julian Fleming?
Oh, yeah. I sure do.
Yeah, it came down to Penn State, Nebraska, and he hasn't announced yet. What we're hearing, though, is it's Penn State. But until it's happened, you still got a shot. He'd come in and be your number one guy. He'd come in and be your number one.
The issue with the injured receivers, Washington and
Isaiah Garcia Castaneda,
they're both great people. Really enjoy them. Is the same problem though? It's like, okay, they come back,
they come off injury.
Where the numbers go?
Oh, I know.
So also, yeah, they're
100.
They're coming back. Also, you're going like, eventually, it's like, where do you go? Is it do you put your money in? Do you put your money in a 6-year guy, or you want it in a 3rd-year guy in the portal, or do you want it in a freshman? That's where it just gets complicated. That's all I'm saying is it's complicated. All of a sudden, people are saying like, I'm coming back. Obviously Gifford came back. Obviously Bullock came back. Those guys were productive players, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, you don't turn them away.
But there's still a numbers issue. You have to remember. Yeah. It's like, just imagine the NFL if it was like, yeah, we can have as many as you want. No, you get so
53.
many. That's it. That's not even active. I think 48 is what's active.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
It's 53 active, but on game day it's 48 or whatever.
Something like that.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
They got to get down. That'll be something to watch. It's kind of hard to track. It's a little hard to track sometimes, but that'll be an ongoing discussion.
You mentioned Iowa a little bit ago. Somebody did.
I did.
You did, but Bill did. Thank
here.
you, Bill. I heard a couple names to watch out for their OC job.
Who'd you hear, Jake?
This is from Iowa reporters. It's not just me. This is watch out potentially for Paul Christ.
Yep. Makes sense.
And Joe Philbin, former Miami Dolphins head coach.
Joe Philbin.
2 names being mentioned.
Weren't they together at some time? Philbin and
I think they were.
Joe Philbin.
Yeah,
interesting.
He's at Ohio State as an analyst right now.
Is he?
I'm 94%.
I think I'm not sure where he's at, but he's bounced around a little bit since the NFL. He's with Packers for a long time, then Dolphins head coach, then he's bounced around some places. But I would think, I was reading some reaction just to see it. Paul Christ would be a very popular fan or popular name in that fan base in Iowa.
Oh,
as
absolutely.
Offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You got Ferentz and Christ on the sideline.
What happened with the stuff with Coach Frost? Is that went silent?
I was just looking.
Was there any truth to that?
No, I don't know. There's a long quote from.
Would that not be incredible?
It'd be hilarious.
No, it's not going to happen.
It'd be hilarious.
Here's what Ferentz said. I'm not going to read the whole quote. I think you can get the gist of it. He was asked about it yesterday. Kirk. If you listen to this, it's pretty safe to say that Frost will not be the next OC at Iowa. This is what Ferentz said. There are certain things that are paramount. Ferentz. I am really not worried about points per game. Excuse me, passing yards per game, all that stuff. Points per game is interesting and is important, but what is important is wins. And if you want to evaluate a coordinator, in my opinion, check the wins column. I can think of a guy that entered the conference recently that came with widely acclaimed offensive stats and all that. That is usually how these guys get to be well known because of whatever they're doing, throwing it, running it, wishbone. But then you look at it a little deeper. What is this guy's number of wins? There's usually a correlation. People that just throw the ball around, it makes it tougher to win. It's tougher to be good on defense. So there's a team concept here that is really important to me. That just seems like it's almost directed at Frost.
Kind of sounds that way.
Yeah, it does.
All I know is what he said was just coaching magic.
Yeah.
What he said was just like, it's like
God
anyone
bless you.
that has any idea of what it sounds like, that's what it sounds like, just like that.
Wow. He's a dude.
He's a dude. He's like that's how we do it.
Yeah. Ferentz is a dude.
Didn't they win 10 games this year?
They did.
Yes, they did.
They did.
With the worst offense
They can
in
win
the
11
country.
still.
Yeah, could still win 11.
Still win 11. When we come back, NFL Week 15 winners and losers.
Jake,
This is your time.
Early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
We can live our lives without breaking the law, but that doesn't mean you won't be accused of committing a crime. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group. If you've been accused of a crime, your job, your family, and your freedom is at stake. At Liberty Law Group, our skilled and relentless trial attorneys pride themselves on tackling difficult cases and providing the highest quality representation for our clients. To learn more, go to libertylawnebraska.com. Again, that's libertylawnebraska.com.
New year, new career. The new year is just around the corner. Why not start it off strong with a new career? General Excavating is looking for qualified underground utility project managers. Check out our website, generalexcavating.com, or call 402-467-1627 for more information. Happy holidays from General Excavating.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Have you seen the new Nebraska Lottery Holiday Classic scratch tickets?
Did you say holiday?
Yeah.
I love the holidays.
Okay, well, these new scratch tickets have...
Did you say scratch tickets?
That's right.
I love Nebraska Lottery scratch tickets.
And who wouldn't? They make great stocking stuffers, plus they're fast, fun, and easy.
Did you say fast, fun, and easy?
I did.
I love fast, fun, and easy.
How much coffee have you had today?
Did you say coffee?
Oh.
Top prize odds vary by game.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket?
The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, some clouds this morning will give way to sunshine this afternoon. It'll be breezy but warm. We'll see a high around 50. Tonight, mainly clear skies expected with a low around 29. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies do return. We'll see a high around 50. Meteorologist Kyle Klecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
is Early Break with Zip and Jake, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tomorrow is National Signing Day. We will have coverage wall to wall from 6 a.m. Probably to 10 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No. What about the fax machine?
I'll bring out the fax machine tomorrow.
Are you going to bring it out?
The fax machine. Bill's never experienced the fax machine.
God,
show.
Jake loves the fax machine. He loves the fax machine.
I'd like to hear that, Jake.
Yeah, well, Bill will probably appreciate that.
Are you going to bring out the whole minute work
Tomorrow?
thing?
Yeah, that's the fax machine. It's the sounder.
Tomorrow, like no texting. Fax in.
Yeah.
Any comments, fax them in.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh.
They're still.
How many people have fax machines
They're
out there?
They're
Yeah.
out there. I think you could go to Office Supply.
Yeah.
Is that a place? Office Supply?
Office Max.
Office Max. Office Depot. I think you
Yeah.
could go get a fax machine right
I
now.
think you could, right? I bet you could.
Yeah.
I'd love to see your face. Excuse me, where are your fax machines at? I'd love to see.
Yeah, I'd
that
like to see how many.
They're right over there.
How many fax machines actually exist at these
aisle
places?
D.
They might say
We
this.
should take a walk through. How many exist in the actual place right now?
They might.
Do we
say-
have one here at the Ticket?
I don't believe so.
I think
Now-
they would
So
say.
no one can fax us right now.
I don't think so. We used to have one.
I think they would say we can order one.
Yeah.
We can
There's
order.
someone's got to have one actually there though. Can't be just a special order.
Is
There's
there
gotta be
any
fax
place that
machines
would
still.
still sell you a VCR?
I don't think so.
Besides,
DVD player?
besides a pawn shop.
I'd be surprised.
A porn shop?
Pawn.
Whoa,
Geez,
whoa,
pawn.
whoa. Okay.
Pawn.
Whoa.
Okay.
P-A-W-N.
Okay.
Joe Roddick.
Joe Roddick.
Pawn.
I
P-A-W-N.
heard that wrong.
All right.
Not a porn.
Yeah.
No,
Joe
it's not a
Roddick.
porn shop. Without further ado, it's,
Yeah, without
it's
further
time for NFL Week 15 winners
Nice.
and losers. Here we go. Winners and losers, of course, is sponsored by our friends at Fuhrer's Cheese Spread. It's the holidays. You need to get stuff for your parties. You know, all the different trays you have for your Christmas Eve parties, Christmas Day parties.
Oh, yeah.
Fuhrer's Cheese Spread. Crackers, meat, chili, everything.
We had it at our party.
You
At our
did?
graduation party. Guess what was there?
Who?
Purest cheese spread.
Oh, yeah,
it was
absolutely.
on the scene.
Make
It
your
was on-
family tolerable.
Exactly.
It was on the
Sorry, Jake.
I like that. I like that. Thank you. All right. To the winners. Week 15. The biggest winner, I think, by far, which I was not happy about. The Buffalo Bills
Yes.
were hosting the Dallas Cowboys, and they crushed them 31-10. Now, the Bills need to pretty much win out. I mean, they could maybe lose one game, get to the playoffs, but they need to really win out. And the next two games are the Patriots and the Chargers, two teams that are dead.
Ooh, they could get in, Jake.
And then the Dolphins are week 18. So they stomped the Cowboys from start to finish. It was raining in Buffalo, and they ran the ball. It wasn't Josh Allen. It was running the ball with James Cook, pounded them 31-10. Buffalo Bills by far, I think, the biggest winner this week in the NFL. Number 2, same division, my Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
I was there at the stadium, in the Hard Rock Stadium. It was never a game. Zach Wilson had 0 time to throw. At one point, the Jets they had negative passing yards at halftime with all the sacks. Negative. The Jets had 103 total yards, the second lowest amount of yards ever given up by the Dolphins in any game ever.
Oh, God, I forgot to give that stat yesterday, Jake. Hey, so your defense got after it.
103 yards allowed. That's it. Dolphins.
Fangio.
30. Yeah, Fangio after the terrible 2.5 minutes to end the game against the Titans.
Last
I
week.
was upset. 30-0 Dolphins, 10-4 on top of the AFC East, number 2 seed in the AFC. The reason why this is number 2 is because the Ravens go down to Jacksonville, and if they lose that game, Dolphins are the 1 seed. But no, they take care of the Jags 23-7. Jags have lost 3 straight games. Trevor Lawrence does not look right at this point. There's also a baffling decision at the end of the first half. The Jags are down, I think, 10-0. And they have no timeouts. Lawrence hit the deep shot. They don't spike the ball. He throws the ball next play with like 8 seconds left, inbounds, and they don't get they get no more plays off. And the half ends at the 4-yard line.
What's that called, Bill?
Buffoonery
In Jacksonville. So the Ravens 23-7 winners there, 11-3. They have clinched their playoff spot. Baltimore going to the playoffs right now, the 1 seed. Number 4 winner. How about Baker Mayfield and the Bucs? They've won 3 straight games. Baker Mayfield became the first quarterback in the history of the NFL to go have a perfect passer rating at Green Bay. No one's ever had a perfect passer rating in Lambeau Field before Baker Mayfield.
I don't care where it's at. Perfect passer rating. What is perfect? What's that number?
One is something. I don't know, something in the 100. I don't know the number.
Yeah,
but
Josh has got it.
Is perfect 200?
Josh is on.
No, it's in the 100.
Is it?
Josh got it.
158.3, something like that. 158.3.
Good job.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Thank you, Josh.
The first ever at Lambeau Field to have a perfect passer rating.
Yeah,
34-20. The Bucs beat the Packers, and they're right now tied for the top of the NFC South. Number 5 winner, and I'm sorry for Josh, it's his team. How about Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco was not playing football 3 weeks ago. He had 212 pass yards in the fourth quarter to lead the comeback for the Browns beat the Bears 20-17. A dropped Hail Mary by Darnell Mooney clinches
Hit it
the
right
win.
in the chest in the end zone.
And he dropped it.
And it wasn't like it also is a tip ball, which is easier to catch. And like we talked about this morning, it's like where he was at was he was thinking one thing: if the ball gets tipped to me, I'm going to catch it. And they tipped the ball right to him on his chest. He was on the ground, but it couldn't have been easier. I'm saying you make that catch 99 out of 100 times. The one time he didn't, he dropped it.
Yep, it was he could have been in a better spot.
No.
Had the ball.
Sorry, Josh.
Joe Flacco, 9 wins for the Browns now. An incredible fourth quarter. Shout out to the Browns. Big win for them. To the losers, how about on Thursday night, the Chargers, the LA Chargers, gave up 63 points to the Raiders.
42.5.
Keep in mind, the Raiders were shut out last week. They went from losing 3-0 to Minnesota to winning 63-21 over the Chargers. And that got Brandon Staley fired and the GM fired. Both the GM and the coach are gone in LA, and it's a time for start over for the Chargers. Number 2 loser, you can't lose to Carolina ever. Falcons, what are you doing? 9-7. Panthers beat the Falcons. There was about 1,000 fans in attendance.
There's no way there.
50-cent tickets.
50-cent tickets.
50-cent tickets.
Now, that was partially because the weather was crappy, but mostly because the team is crappy. And, the Falcons, you can't lose to the Panthers. If they win that game, they're in a 3-way tie for first in the NFC
incredible.
South. They lost to Carolina. Horrible.
Yeah, it's
horrible.
Number
3 loser. The Steelers are playing musical chairs at quarterback because of injuries and ineffective play. They lose to the Colts 30-13, and now it's Mason Rudolph's show next week because they can't find a quarterback. Pickett's out.
Back to Rudolph.
Trubisky's not good. Back to Rudolph they go. Steelers are fading quickly in the AFC.
It's not good.
Not good. Number 4, last night, the Eagles have lost 3 straight games. The Eagles were up by 4 with a few minutes to go, and Seattle had the ball at their own 8-yard line, drove 92 yards with Drew Lock, the backup quarterback. Seattle, who had lost, I think, 4 straight going into that game, wins 20-17. The Eagles, who looked so good, they were 10-1. Right. They've lost now. They got pounded by the Niners, pounded by the Cowboys, and lose a rough road game to the Seahawks. Eagles are struggling.
3 straight losses.
3 straight
for the
losses.
Eagles.
Number 5, a team that is fighting for the playoffs that just laid a huge egg on Saturday night. The Broncos going to Detroit. Detroit was fired up after a rough loss to the Bears last week. 42-17 Lions over the Broncos, and Sean Payton was at one point livid. He was yelling
the favorite
at Russell Wilson.
He yelled at Russell Wilson because the offensive guard lined up offsides.
I just don't know. It was
So why is that Russ's fault?
It was baffling to everyone. Everyone's like, "Why is he yelling at him?"
Yep.
This doesn't make sense.
So there's your Week 15
That was
NFL winners and losers. Couple more
So
weeks.
Buffalo,
Three
so,
more races.
so Buffalo can still get in.
Yes. Oh, yeah. They're still alive. They're still behind several teams, but their schedule's so easy with the Patriots and Chargers coming up. The other teams will play each other and get themselves out of the race.
Could you knock them out in the last game?
The Dolphins could knock them out potentially. Yes, in the last game. Yep. So
dicey.
Dicey.
Who looked good for the Dolphins on defense?
Bradley Chubb had 3 sacks and two of those are strip sacks.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's not bad. 2
If you
strip
got
sacks.
3 sacks every game, Hall of Fame. 3 sacks every. Think about your numbers would be.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb was incredible. Brandon, they didn't have their top 2 safeties. They didn't have their top 2 pass rushers. The Dolphins, their top linebackers out. Their second defensive back was out. Didn't matter. Xavier Howard didn't play. Didn't matter. 30-0, 103 yards for the Jets.
It doesn't. I mean,
7 sacks for the defense. 7.
So how would you grade Fangio this year, Vic?
He had a rough start, but it's been besides the Titans game, he's been very good the last 8-9 weeks or so.
And by the way, you mentioned something really interesting in the last segment. Joe Philbin being looked at by Iowa. You're very familiar with Philbin.
I wasn't a fan, but
You called into the show.
Wasn't a fan of Joe.
You called
Philbin.
into the radio
but
show.
Can he
in
call
Miami.
an offense? Can he call an offense?
No, it's boring.
Yeah.
I mean, he fits Iowa. He's boring. He fits Iowa very well. Not an NFL
Shots fired.
OC. His
Shots
record was
fired.
they were 9-7, 8-8 when he was there, but it was because the defense was pretty good.
Is that
Offense
when you
was-
called in
I did call in there
to the Miami
Iowa-
radio
You
station?
think Iowa?
when they hired him. Yeah, I wasn't happy when they hired
obviously,
Philbin.
you
I
called
said,
Miami.
why are we hiring this guy? And I was right. Didn't work out.
I was right.
Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-5685. Your chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Did you win yesterday
No.
or not? 0-1. What was the topic yesterday? Anybody know? I wasn't here.
I can't remember.
Can't remember what it was.
Okay,
No
today's
idea.
topic is NFL stadiums.
Oh, interesting.
They've
Ooh, I don't
changed
know.
hands
Yeah.
a lot. They've changed
I know
a
that's
lot
the
of
issue.
different title sponsors.
It's
have
from the
changed
80s.
here.
I'd get it.
Yeah, me
It's too
too.
bad it's not. 464.
You sound really broken up.
Yeah.
I know.
Too bad it's
568.
not, old man.
Shut up, Sipple. Starts right
Jay.
now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
It appears as if the callers might be a little scared of you today. We have a line open, 402-464-5685.
Josh is staring at the phone.
I'm looking at our numbers of viewers. I know we have a lot of people listening and watching today, so don't be scared.
Come on, get some free bagels.
Yeah, who wants
Chances
bagels?
are we won't win this.
This is not from the 80s.
We don't
It's
feel
right
good
now.
about this. Oh, so he's answered the phone. We have something
If you're
going.
hungry,
Yeah.
those bagels
we
at Bagels
have a
and Joe.
prize for
Yes.
you. They're
Yeah.
delightful. There's 4 Lincoln locations, 1 in Seward, also Bagels and Joe. 12 bagels, 2 tubs of cream cheese if you win. Josh is getting the caller. We've got Derek.
Bombeck.
Is this Derek Bombeck?
No.
Okay. I like the delay.
I think it is Derek. He
Yeah,
just
it's
answered no.
Derek Bombeck.
Yes.
For sure. All right, Derek, let's get to it. Bail is a lifeline for SIP for one question as always. Derek, first question for you. What team plays at Bank of America Stadium in the NFL?
Bank of America.
Bank of America. Is that the Panthers?
Is it the Panthers? Oh, hang on. Sorry, that's the wrong button. Yes, it was. I duped you. It was the Panthers. I pushed the wrong button.
Derek got it.
One,
Yeah.
that's
Bill,
the
I
lead.
didn't know that one.
No.
That's
I don't know
correct.
any of these.
All right, 1-0 lead.
Qualcomm.
Panthers.
Qualcomm. San Diego, yes. All right, Sip, for the tie, first question. What NFL team plays at Everbank Stadium?
I got to guess.
Yeah, go ahead. I got nothing.
Well, Everbank. I'm going to say Arizona.
Is it the Cardinals? Not the Cardinals, Derek. Do you want that question or not? Everbank Stadium.
Everbank Stadium. I'm going to pass on that one.
That would be the Jacksonville Jaguars there.
Are they all named after a bank?
Yeah. Absolutely. For the win, your last question, Derek. What NFL team plays at Lincoln Financial Field?
That I should know.
The Eagles.
Brilliant! You know what?
Crushed.
We told him he'd win Bengals if he called in, and he did. So we called that.
Yep.
Congrats to Derek. You win
Nice
Bengals
job.
for calling in
Incredible.
and calling on the road, Derek.
Thank you.
All right, there
Yeah,
we
you're
go.
welcome.
Derek is the victor today.
You really had to sweat that one out.
Now, I think Sip would get this last one right. Sip, what team plays at Nissan Stadium?
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite spots. Enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that bull trip. As you know, it was the last bull trip Nebraska was in. The Music City Bull, the Tennessee Titans.
Brilliant. That's correct.
It's not a gorgeous stadium, but the press box is set low. It's not on the upper deck. It's like in the middle. So you're really close. I mean, yeah, that was a great.
Bill, this is for Bill now, the tiebreaker.
All right, sorry about
that.
I
Bill,
missed it by 2 yesterday.
you've been on a
Get
heater
it,
with this.
nail it.
All right, Bill.
Nail it. Stick it.
MetLife Stadium for the Jets and Giants is the largest capacity in the NFL at 82,500 people. FedEx Field in D.C. has the smallest capacity. How many people does it hold?
62,488.
Ooh, I think they're in the 50s.
What would you guess?
57,125.
About 58,000 is all FedEx Field holds. But so not a bad guess.
I like that.
Not a
I
bad
like that
guess.
size of a stadium.
Yeah.
I do.
Too bad
I
their
like-
team sucks.
Comfortable seating.
Yeah,
That's
Minnesota's
what you're going
like
to have in the south end zone. Comfortable seating.
I think so.
Yes.
Yep. And a dome.
And a dome.
Retractable roof.
Retractable roof. If they're
With you running the retractable.
and I run the
We
retractable.
get the button.
That would be
I run-
incredible
Yes.
from a enclosed booth that's visible to all.
Fiberglass.
Yeah.
Before we get to break, I know Bill's already been there, but the Magical Lights of Lincoln is still going on at Sandhills Global Event Center, 84th and Havelock. Bill, you gave us the video last week.
Sent the video.
You sent us the video.
I want to say it's 5-star, but it's not. It's like 9-star. I don't
9-star.
know. Yeah, I mean,
Five's too low.
it was Disney Plus is what it was. It was Universal Studios Plus. It was as happy as I've ever been. As happy as I've ever been.
You won a national title.
I did. That was fun, and that was really fun.
But that wasn't quite as much as
Magical Lights
It's
is
dead
above.
even at best. It's dead even.
It's a tie. It's a tie.
So yeah, it is a wow factor. A lot of fun too. A lot of fun when you check in. Vinny's niece and nephew are the ones that check you in, and that was a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. I honked when I pulled.
And
up.
you asked him if they were boyfriend.
I asked
girlfriend.
their boyfriend girlfriend. He said, "Well, no,
I like that.
No, we're brother and sister."
1.5 miles long. Again, Sandhills Global Event Center, 84th and Holdridge. Sorry, at Havelock. I see it's Havelock.
Yeah, you're
84th
fine.
and Havelock.
Havelock.
1.5 million lights
Whoa.
on display. A 500-foot light tunnel. It's $20 per car, not per person, per car. Sunday through Thursday, $25 on Friday and Saturday. Get your time slot today at ChristmasLightsinLincoln.com.
Well, that's
I'm
fun.
just telling you, please go. Just because you'll text in and be like, "This is incredible."
Yeah, you'll thank us. This
You'll
is a great
thank us.
holiday
Yes.
adventure
The
for
price is right.
$20 is a steal.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm
For a
going on
car.
Wednesday.
Are
I'm
you
going
going
Wednesday,
Wednesday?
tomorrow. I'm going
With
tomorrow night.
Elizabeth?
Yeah, with Elizabeth, yep.
That
You guys
was
back
fun.
together?
The trip healed everything, you know.
That's nice. Hey, can we get Sip and Josh in the back?
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
awesome.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Elizabeth would really appreciate that.
Why are those guys
Who
here?
are the
Now,
two
what
guys
is
in the back?
Sipple doing back there?
His head's out the window. Why is his head out the window?
Good God.
What's he doing? Spillover's next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bärschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bärschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Herrick Services takes this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season. They are thankful for many things this year and every year, and hope that everyone is able to enjoy time with family and friends during this joyful celebration. This important message comes to you from Bart and the folks at Herrick Services, your vending specialists here in Lincoln. Their quality service and expertise has earned them a fine reputation. That's Herrick Services, on the air because they care.
Old School with DP and J.
We got a special guest in. We got Jason Peters.
All that's being asked of you is everything. Like, you have to give everything that you have to that program, to that team. If you want to be a champion, that's the only way, right? I mean, you have to commit to every lifting session, every strength and conditioning session, during the summer, during the spring, whatever it may be. It just has to be 100% commitment by everybody.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the spillover with Raf and AD, sponsored by Magical Lights of Lincoln. Gentlemen, good to see you.
Morning.
I'm back after was gone yesterday. Good, missed you guys yesterday. I told you I was on a rooftop bar, at the pool before I left to come back to Nebraska, but I'm glad to be back here.
You were also on a jumbotron. I was seeing.
Oh, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, how did you not mention
The jumbotron.
Yes. So I've been to several NBA games, but I am a Miami Heat fan. That's my favorite team. I've never seen them on the road and at home. So luckily, we were there for the Dolphins in Miami, but the Heat played a Saturday night game.
He's yawning.
Over there.
Wake
Wonderful.
the hell up, AD.
That's like wonderful. Great.
We get to the game an hour before, and they have a video camera up in our area, and they were filming the row ahead of us. It's like, this guy looks like a super fan, me. So he puts the camera on me, and I'm going crazy I'm on the jumbotron before the game.
Jake is not shy.
I was on the jumbotron.
Yeah,
I just bought my Heat gear because I don't have any Heat gear. I'm a Heat fan. I have an old sweatshirt I never wear. That's it, though. I said, I need to have some Heat gear in general. Got a hat, got a shirt, wore it, and I was on the screen.
Yeah, you're good on a jumbotron.
Come on, baby. Yeah. Schindler, number one.
Yeah.
I was looking for his 93.7 The Ticket gear, but
I didn't bring the ticket swag to South Beach this time. Maybe next time.
How about Jake? He's back. He's back, though.
Jake, when you were in the air and you landed,
oh gosh,
the world changed. What was that like for you?
So let me take. So okay, my plane departed Miami at about 4:35 p.m., which is 3:35 p.m. this time. Gets to Chicago, I don't know, at 6:30 this time. So 3-hour flight. I get about 9 texts from people saying it happened, Raiola to Nebraska. So I get on Twitter, see all the different tweets. I'm like, wow. Yeah, that happened while I was in the air. I did not see the action. I didn't see the instant reaction. I saw kind of the delayed reaction, and I gave a delayed reaction too. So,
boy, it's important. It's important for the program.
Sip,
it is important.
Let me ask you this: would you say it's fair? Obviously, just from a sign, we're not talking about anything on the field yet because nothing's been done.
Mm-hmm.
But in regards to history, would you say this is the biggest signing since Frazier?
Yeah. I would. Because it's the quarterback position.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's been obviously some big signees here, but because of the circumstance, Nebraska, it's been 7 years since they've been to a bowl game because of, the situation in the head coaching position where you have now a second-year head coach who made some strides and has a roster that's not bad. And now you have this 5-star quarterback. And, you notice Nebraska hasn't exactly been teaming with 5-star players. Now, the last one was Aaron Green in 2011.
Wow.
So now, it's important. I don't get into the euphoria so much as just the importance. It's important. Now, I guess that explains some of the euphoria, but I just look at it more pragmatically. They needed an upgraded quarterback. I mean, I just kind of keep it there.
Bad.
Yeah, bad. Yep. And I think they got one. I don't heap expectations on to Dylan Raiola in year one, but I could see him starting, and I can see it being an upgrade.
Yep.
He's well schooled at the position. He's a big kid who can probably handle it physically. Come on, guys. What it comes down to is can he handle it mentally?
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
I just try to envision the first game against UTEP. And let's say he's the starting quarterback. Comes out, lights it up. Oh, boy. That's, think about this. Go back to 2010 for a second. We didn't know there was going to be Taylor Martinez was the starting quarterback for Nebraska. And people didn't expect, thought Zach Lee, who's Taylor Martinez? Now, it would not be the same thing. We know Raiola, but the first 5 games of that season, what he did, he was talked about as a Heisman contender. Taylor Martinez with the great defense. We expect a good defense for Nebraska again.
Yeah. Okay. So there's some things that take pressure off of him. The defense could take pressure off of him. The way Nebraska plays offensively can take pressure off him. They run it. I mean, they
we were second. Just reading your article this morning. We were second in the Big Ten as far as rushing,
and second in the Big Ten in rushing, and second in attempts. I mean, they run it. They try to run it. Rule says that they want to have a pounding running game, play action. Yeah, again, it's a lot to ask of a true freshman to come in and start for a college team. But there's anywhere. But there's a lot of things that work that seem to be working in Dylan's direction. But he's got to go win the job. He's got to win the job.
Sip, how big was it in your eyes to keep Kalen?
I think it was big from a optics standpoint. I think it was big from the standpoint optics, meaning remember in May when Rule flipped him from Missouri. So Rule was very upfront with him, which I've always appreciated this aspect of Rule. He told Kalen, look, if Raiola commits, there's no place for you. If Dylan commits to us, if Dylan commits to Nebraska. Well, then when Dylan committed to Georgia, I think it was May 15th, Rule went right to Kalen and said, I told you I was going to do this. And he did it. Now, and then what happened is that Kalen did a great, and why I say optics, is Kalen Daniel did a great job helping recruit.
Yeah.
He did.
Two of his own receivers.
Yeah, and others. I mean, he's close to Bricks.
Yep. I think Carter as well.
Yeah, Carter. And he helped him a lot. If you just look at the period where he committed and then what happened afterwards, they had a good run. Not that it was Daniel Kalen closing deals, nothing like that, but he did help. He was very active.
When you have a situation like that with a Kalen and potentially with Raiola as well, you have recruiters, but then you expand your recruiting staff because your players become a conjunction. I mean, they become a joining of you where they can talk anytime they want.
Right.
You have limited time because it's a dead period right now.
Right.
Correct. Your players,
it is a dead period. Yes.
Your players can talk to each other. Recruits can talk to each other all the time. You create another army of recruiters that can talk as much as they want.
Right.
So I think that was huge. Yeah.
Oh, it's important. It was a very important get. And I do think it's getting Kalen and Dylan as freshmen is keeping with Matt Rule's stated objective of going with high school players and building that way. So it makes sense to me from that standpoint. But yeah, I mean, it's a great thing for the program. It is. I think we're all over just saying, you still have to see him prove it. And that's so there's a lot of that. I still feel a lot of that, but I just say important. It's just really
no matter what, it's an injection of positivity.
Oh my God.
For a program that is 5-7, they lost 4 straight games after going 5-3, going into November, all winnable games in November. Lost them all. It's like take a deep breath.
Right.
That sucked. It was unfortunate, but the future can still be bright here.
Oh, it sure can. The roster's pretty good. That's the other thing. I mean, the defense should be pretty good again. Top 25 level defense.
With some guys that like your Linharts that will spend another year in the weight room.
Linhart,
bigger, stronger.
Princewell. Boy, they got some.
Van Poppel.
Yeah, Van. Thank
dudes.
you. Thank you, Raph.
Yeah.
Those guys are, look at what they did as true freshmen. Look at those 3 guys that you're just talking about: Van Poppel, Linhart, Princewell.
Yeah.
True freshman.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be an interesting day. Signing day game. We'll have coverage all day long, get you up to date, and we'll have the fax machine. So stay tuned for that. That's it for us. The Drive with Raph and AD is next. For Steve Sipple and Bill Busch, I am Jake Sorensen. See you.
We can live our lives without breaking the law, but that doesn't mean you won't be accused of committing a crime. Hi, my name is Seth Morris with Liberty Law Group.